single worry to be had. Sunny side up, the only thing that's filling my brain. For now it's sunny side up. The reason that I get out of bed is to lay down again. Oh, I'll be with you in a sec. I just need a day off. Nothing in my plans. I just need a day off. I'll get back. I'll do my best, but better call somebody else. I simply got too much on my head. Nothing in my plans. I just need a day off. Feet on the table. If I were just to move, and then she could be fatal. Now I don't know what to do. Thought of coffees hanging over me like a thread. Sunny side up, the only thing that's filling my brain. Be with you in a sec. I just need a day off. don't think we're ever coming down. So let's live it up, pick it up, just call me up. Say anything and I'm down. We're just like a fire, and we'll just pick it up, don't wanna stop. We'll keep it going all night. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I want to dance in the rain. Yeah, I'm tripping on a feeling that ain't going away. I need you right next to me. Take the records to the seat and close your eyes and just play. And now we sway, and we just sway. And now we sway, and we just sway. Levitating with you, anything can happen. What you think we should do? Let's not begin. We're just flying high, we're not coming down. Come right up next to me, step side to side. I wanna sway. Yeah, we can dance the night away. Right. Want to dance in the rain. Yeah, I'm tripping on a feeling that ain't going away. I need you right next to me. Take the records to the ceiling, close your eyes and just play. And now we sway, laying down it to compile it. Oh no, I see you only when you're ballin'. Oh no, I don't even care to doubt. I'll see you in a while, 'cause this time I will choose you, yeah. Now choose. You know exactly how to look like this. Holding in a bag full of goods and needs. I need a night like this. Knowing it's a risk, 'cause you're using it. You got all your secrets. I can seem to move this thing. You're pulling me out and I'm right back in. The sideline where you wanted me. I'm by the byway, waiting for your lead. I don't wanna fall in love like this, but I can't help to fall for you repeatedly. I don't wanna seem to shaky. Oh no, like I'm sudden but I'm steady. Oh no, and they tell me to move on, 'cause I deserve more, but still I wanna choose you, yeah. Now choose. You know exactly how to look like this. Holding in a bag full of goods and needs. I need a night like this. Knowing it's a risk, 'cause you're using it. You got all your secrets. I can seem to move this thing. You're pulling me out and I'm right back in. I'm on the sideline where you wanted me. I'm by the byway, waiting for your lead. I don't wanna fall in love like this, but I can't help to fall for you repeatedly. I'm on the sideline where you wanted me. I'm by the byway, waiting for your lead. I don't wanna fall in love like this, but I can't help to fall for you repeatedly. I'm on the sideline where you wanted me. I'm by the byway, waiting for your lead. I don't wanna fall in love like this, but I can't help to fall for you repeatedly.
have to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. Hi, y'all. I hope you had an amazing weekend. I did. It was more than a notion. It was more than an appetite. It was amazing. I hope the same for you all. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE, Jesse, Jesse. And my biblical question, a doozy. A doozy. But first, I want you to know we have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show. jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you're running around, because I know different time zones around the world, we are here Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. until 9 a.m. Pacific time. Heard around the world by everybody and they mama if you're black, and everybody and their mama if you're white. So I know different time zones and you have things to do. Sometimes you can't sit and watch the show. You can podcast and you can still hear the show on your phone or iPad by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live. Well, not iPad, just the phone. I'm going to get accustomed to not saying iPads anymore. But you can listen to the show as it is happening. If you got to run around on your phone at 605-615-31. No, 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk. Or Bun JLP Cash App. Bun JLP Cash App. And so, it is Monday again. Again. And Mondays, rainy days and Mondays always lift me up. Always. And it is Female Monday.
I like to make men uncomfortable.
All my life I had to fight.
Let women take over.
Some of us believe that women are getting paid less than men.
I proudly say I'm a feminist. Thank you.
Deep in their soul, they want to be home with those babies. We've been lied to for so long.
Amazing. So I'm going to get to the brand new biblical question a little later. I do have one. But first, I want to say it's over for my country. There was a young man, and I understand what he meant in the fellowship yesterday. Amazing fellowship, by the way, yesterday. You can check it out by going to rebuildingtheman.com/church if you were not there. Rebuildingtheman.com/church if you missed it yesterday. All right? But I never, ever, not one, it was the furthest thing from my imagination, thought. It never occurred to me at all that one day in my country, in America, sweet home America, that there would be no love. I never, ever imagined that in my country, in America, a Judeo-Christian country, that there would be no love. There's nothing but hate now. Nothing but hate. I don't even know if there's any more fake love. It's all hate. And it's unfortunate in that things are only going to get worse. It's not going to get better in my country because there is no love. No love in families, no love for one another, no love in different races, no love. It's only hate. And I'm not surprised because for the last 35 years or so, give or take, maybe longer, anger has been taught and not love. Anger. You have been told over and over and over and over and over and over and over again that anger is the answer. And everybody have anger, and no one can overcome anger. Anger is just an emotion. It's a human emotion, they say. Even the churches teach that anger. Jesus had angry. Jesus was angry. You have been played. You have been lied to. You have been set up. And now, in my Christian country, there's no love. Zero love. It's gone, and as a result, it's going to only get worse. It's not going to get better. And you think, this is bad? And it is. 35 years ago, I was saying things were bad. I had no idea what were the things to come. It's going to only get worse. Fret not. Even though you live here on this earth, you live here in my country, you don't have to worry. There's another place that you can live from and still have perfect peace right here on this earth, in spite of all the evil that you see in the country and around the world. But in the country, America first. Human beings, in spite of the evil you see in your family, in your churches, in your events, in your going around the country, in your moving about, in your so-called friendship relationships. And in spite of the wickedness of human hearts, you can live from another world. I understand now even more so why Christ came And there was another world created, a world within. You can live from that world and have peace in spite of everybody telling you that you can't. And they're only telling you that you can't because they don't have it. And this kingdom that I'm talking about, you can't believe yourself into it. You can't imagine it. It's nothing that you can imagine at all. Your imagination cannot comprehend this new reality inside of all human beings that wants it. You can live from there. And if by now you don't see that human beings, human nature, is pure wickedness, they have no love, I don't know what else it's going to take for you to see it. You got to see it in yourself first, then you see it in others. But as you see it in yourself, you will overcome and you will understand others. You won't agree with what you see, but you will understand it. And understanding is the answer to all things. Above all, get an understanding. You want an understanding. And understanding answers every question that you may have. Understanding answers all questions. And it's not going to get better, folks. There is nothing but hatred and deceit in the United States of America. It wasn't like this growing up. When I was growing up, there was more talk about loving one another. Love your neighbors. Treat people the way you would like to be treated. Pray for one another. That's gone now. Christians don't even pray for one another. They attack one another in today's America. It's gone from this earth. But there are men and women around the world, but especially America first. There are men and women who are starting to work on themselves to see and admit that they are evil, and they are starting to overcome it. That's few and far, because the average human being cannot and will not and cannot admit that they are evil. They can say they are good. Oh, I'm nice, I'm good, and they lie. No such thing as a good human being. It doesn't exist anywhere in the world. Amazing, huh? So get ready. You think the ride you've already taken is bumpy. You ain't seen nothing yet. This is hell on earth. This is the Old Testament, right here on earth. You looking for hell? Look around. Look inside of you. Look at your neighbor. People killing and robbing and murdering and hating and gossiping and jealous and envy and strife. And they're looking for false heroes and everything. There are a group of people who are calling themselves, they're calling themselves Charlie Kirk. I'm Charlie Kirk. No, you're not, idiot. You better be you. Why are you going to take another false identity? How can God use you if you're somebody else? What the? It reminds me of the blacks when Malcolm X, Malcolm X, Malcolm X. They stand up in the classroom to teach you how the children say it, and you hear adults say, Malcolm X, I'm Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King Jr. Are you an idiot? What's wrong with you? It's hard enough being yourself. How can you be somebody else? You need to get rid of your little heroes. No more heroes. You need to get rid of all. Do what you want. I'm just saying recommend it. It's up to you. But I recommend you let go of all identities. Why are you taking on some more? You're not Malcolm X. You're not Martin Luther King Jr. And you're not Charlie Kirk. You better be trying to find out who you really are rather than taking on other identities. Now you're stuck even more so. Christ said, and I repeat, if you want life, you got to give up a life. You got to give up all of your illusion. That's why he walked the earth, so he could try to teach you that. He taught it first that you must be born again. He went around talking about it. That's why he was here, to tell you about it, and then he became an example of what must happen in order to live. Death must precede life. It must. Ain't no way around it. The death of the illusion, you, the illusionary, must precede life, or you will never know life. All of your illusion must disappear. And so instead of taking on somebody else's identity, looking all silly, you better be trying to dump the ones that you already have. You don't even know who you are. How you going to say you're Charlie Kirk or you're Martin Luther King or you're Malcolm X and whomever else you're picking up? What's wrong with you? How will you ever die of the illusions if you're picking up new ones? Amazing, huh? It's going to get worse, but if you drop your anger and live from within, you won't have to worry about what's happening to others. You won't have to worry. You won't have to be afraid. You will not have to be afraid. It's going to get worse. And I'm not trying to put fear in you. You don't need fear to know this. It's going to get worse. Because human nature is getting worse. It's not getting better. Look at the races now. Black people and white people more at war than any other time in the history of America. And the white people don't want to be at war with the blacks, but they can't help it now. They got to protect themselves. Dare said, how to ask some, and it stopped at some. I don't know what that means. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. There was another shooting. Maybe two or so, maybe more, but two that we can report on. This is from AP News. At least 4 people were killed and 8 injured when a gunman in a pickup truck smashed through the doors of a church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saint Chapel. Of a Latter-day Saint Chapel in Michigan. Watch this from KSL News, Utah.
Well, Mike and Dini, as you can imagine, just a horrific tragedy out here in Michigan earlier today. I mean, this was a place of worship, a place where people were supposed to feel safe. Hundreds of them all gathered together in a Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints chapel when suddenly the unthinkable happens. That was just earlier today. And here's what we know so far. Here's what we know about this tragedy. Police say Thomas Jacob Sanford drove a truck through the front of a church. They say he then got out of the truck and opened fire on people inside. Investigators say he then started the building on fire. So far, 4 people have died and 8 others are injured. One of those injured is in critical condition. Members of the congregation are feeling the impact of today's tragedy.
To worship my Savior Jesus Christ, and I didn't expect this to happen, of course, and I've lost friends in there.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
And some of my little primary children that I teach on Sundays.
Amazing, huh? That is bad. That is evil. And it's going to get worse. Because human hearts are evil. People get thrills from hurting others. because they're evil. And they will hunt you down to try to hurt you, and then they laugh. But they're laughing in hell. They're miserable. That's why they're laughing at you. Because they need to feel something that they call life, but it's hell. Why would someone drive into a church like that with that many folk, with anybody there really, and kill them? Evil. The heart is angry. And anyone that has anger or resentment, whatever you want to call it, anyone that has anger is evil. You're a murderer. And you're not to be trusted. I don't care if it's family member, whatever member. Do you remember when it was time, September? It doesn't matter. Here's an image of the shooter of that from that church, that incident. That's the one they say did it. Amazing, huh? What a mess. What a mess. We spoke about this yesterday Nick, at the fellowship. Yeah.
Yeah. I did not look it up after that.
Oh.
And so I was a little surprised to see all this.
It's going to get worse. Neighbors hating neighbors. Family members hating family members. Husbands and wives hated husbands and wives. Friends hated friends. Strangers hated strangers. Church member hating church members. There's no love. Parents hating children. Children hating parents. There is no love. I don't know to tell you. I didn't know my country could get this bad. I didn't know human nature was this bad. And it's worse because it's evil. There's no love in human beings. There's nothing good in a human being, in human beings. One other quick one that I'll take your calls. Here's another quote-unquote mass shooting. NBC News. A lone gunman killed 3 people and injured 5 others at a park. At a packed North Carolina waterfront bar late Saturday in what police describe as a highly premeditated attack. Watch this from NBC News.
3 people killed, at least 8 more wounded after a gunman on a boat opened fire into a crowd at a riverside bar in North Carolina. An evening of music and drinks turned into a night of terror.
The subject on the boat shooting into the building from the boat.
Southport officials saying the gunman on a boat began shooting at patrons of the American Fish Company, a popular waterfront pub about 30 miles south of Wilmington. Officials saying the boat then escaped up the intercoastal waterway. According to the city, a U.S. Coast Guard crew later spotted a man matching the shooter's description at a public boat ramp. He was detained and is now in custody with Oak Island police. Police are calling him a person of interest. No motive has been released.
Keep the community and those involved, our families, in your thoughts and prayers.
No information yet on the victims here. Officials saying they are waiting until the families can be notified to release any further information.
Amazing, huh? What a mess! I had to give me a cough drop or something here. Can you imagine you going out on a Saturday night, you're going to go down to the fish restaurant or whatever, and you're sitting there having fun. You never imagine for a second that somebody's going to ride by on a boat and shoot you. You can't even go out now. It's too risky. road rage out of control now. And it's because people are angry and they're on drugs. More people use drugs today in America than ever before in history of America. So you're angry / resentful, which is the same thing, and you're on drugs. What do you expect to happen? And that area it sounds like such a nice white area. And look what happened. You just didn't think, you know what, I'm going out tonight. Gonna go down by the ocean here, by the pond. And we're gonna have some fun, walk around, have a nice dinner, take a little walk around the pond. And look what happened. This is not, this is not the American way. When I was growing up, the most you would see sometimes is a lynching. You wouldn't see shooting and mass shooting. You saw once in a while a lynching. You like, what the? Oh, God. If ever we needed you, Lord, we need you now. NATASHA is the first-time caller out of South Carolina. NATASHA, you are on the air.
Hey, how you doing this morning?
All is well. Allegedly, by the way, about this lynching. I'm playing. But all is well, NATASHA.
Well, I was calling in. I discovered you yesterday, actually, and it's my first time calling any kind of talk show. And I called kind of with one question in mind, but if you don't mind me making a reply, this is just my own witnessing from where I live up here in the hills. And obviously, you can tell I talk the banjo, so when you say there is no love, I have to respectfully disagree, because especially right here at the anniversary of Helene.
Of what?
I went through it.
You said anniversary of what?
Hurricane Helene.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I went through it because I'm just right up the road from the line, the North Carolina line.
Uh-huh.
And love showed up here, and it's still here. And even when I'm still fighting FEMA, but if it wasn't for not just the people around me, but that came in to help without hesitation, like it wasn't colorblind. And love is, that's why I'm so confused, because I didn't pay attention to politics. I didn't do all this until Helene, and I have MS, and once my legs got to where they couldn't work no more, trying to help load up them helicopters with supplies, I decided I could at least offer my mind to help the people around me. And what I'm seeing and what my reality is not the same thing. There is no black and white issue. Believe it or not, it's really not here. It's maybe a rich and a poor. It's people in power compared to blue collar. But I'm just as welcome at a black picnic as I am a white picnic here, and I was touching shoulders with all shapes and forms of people during that catastrophe. And I also know that there was news crews that would come around, and as long as it wasn't salacious or people robbing or something like that, well, they didn't want to hear it, because none of that was going on.
NATASHA,
we didn't have to worry about
it. Hold for me. Let me take a quick break. Hold on. Don't hang up.
I totally disagree
Back in a moment.
with the way things are going, but you can't be angry.
because that's what the enemy wants. He wants to control you. They do things to make you mad so they can control you. It's like being married. And the wife would do things to make you mad, or she'll do things to make you feel good. And men do that to women too when they want something from the woman, especially sex. They'll make her feel good or they'll make her angry. And the woman's gonna have to say, you don't want to be angry. You want to speak up. You want to disagree with what's going on. It's wrong, but do not be angry. Then you won't have fear. You won't have doubt. You won't have worries. You'll be able to see, but you got to stay away from anger. That's why you must forgive your mothers and your fathers so that you can overcome the spirit of anger. It's a spirit and it's wicked. Nothing good in anger because it has no love, folks. You need love to defeat evil. And love is not a weakness. It's a strength. It's from God. It's His nature. Tell me about the good old days when the line between right and wrong wasn't so hazy. When love was really ever went away. Okay, welcome back. 888-7753-773. Couple announcement. Men's Forum this Thursday. This coming Thursday is the first Thursday of October. What? Why is the time going by so fast? But it's the men's forum this first Thursday of the month. And ladies on the third Thursday of the month. So come on down. Meeting starts at 7 p.m. You can go to rebuildingaman.com/event for more information. rebuildingaman.com/events for more information. All right? And the Hake report. And James Hake is on fire. He's one white man who is not afraid, no fear. A no-fear zone. The guy with the good hair. Hake report at 9 a.m. this morning. And then after the Hake report, oh, Lord, it's not George, Lord. It is the one, the only American anchor baby. The American anchor baby at 11 a.m. right after the Hake report, and he is on fire. Energy only Donald Trump has. A gift from God. Amazing, huh? Let me go quickly back to NATASHA, a first-time call out of South Carolina. And NATASHA, you have a question for me?
Well, I do. I'll tell you what my original question was. This may sound dumb, but I guess you can call it white guilt. In all honesty, I'm not real sure how, because I don't drive because of my MS, and I'm not sure how to go about asking folks around me if they could take me to a black church, because I ain't real keen on the white ones I'm finding, because they all treat it like they're being punished, and that ain't how I feel about Jesus. I want to celebrate him and sing and be happy, and I grew up on the East Coast, North Carolina, but and so I'm trying to find that here, but I've either been laughed at or told I was racist when I ask, and I don't mean it that way. So I was just going to get some advice on the right way of going about it, maybe.
How old are you?
I just turned 44.
And you want to go to a black church, you say?
I do. I want to go and celebrate and hear the word, and I don't want to sit in a pew navel gazing and feeling like it's a punishment because
why you want to go to a
Jesus,
black church?
Because growing up, I was able to like weave in between black and white churches. It was a common thing in eastern North Carolina, but up here in the mountains, not so much.
So you just go to a white church now?
Yes, sir. I've been visiting churches, and I just can't find one that feels right. Like
white churches don't feel
spirit.
right to you?
No, sir.
Why not?
Not because everybody just sits in the pew, navel gazing. You might hear some amens, but it's like they can't wait to run out the door to get to the football game. Like they don't want to be there. It's like
at the white church they don't really celebrate God, worship God.
No, sir. It's just like a requirement. Like they have to be there, like it's a job or a.
And so what reason you want to go to a black church?
Because I want to go somewhere and congregate and come together with, my fellow brothers and sisters in Christ and celebrate the fact that the good Lord loves us all and welcomes us all, and we should celebrate this, not mourn it.
So you want to go to a black church so you can find the Lord?
Yes, sir.
But you're not going to
find them, celebrate them.
But you're not going to find the Lord at a black church. He doesn't exist at a black church.
Well, it's not so much finding them as in celebrating them.
But you're not going to be able to celebrate them at a black church. Black people don't know God. They're not celebrating God. They're celebrating their own egos. They're celebrating evil, and they're calling him God. That's why they hoop and holler and dance around and lift up hands and carry on, because their hearts are wicked and they're unhappy, and so they're celebrating Satan and calling him God. Why do you want that?
Well, that wasn't my experience personally growing up.
What was your experience? You went to black churches growing up?
Black and white, and Methodist and Presbyterian.
And so what was your experience at a black church?
That was the first one that was the first place that there was this old lady. Her name was Lena. She sat beside me and she said, "Have you ever thought about Jesus smiling before?" And I never had.
Jesus
it was
what?
Always sorrow and
you haven't thought
smiling.
about Jesus what?
Smiling.
Mowing?
And happy. Smile.
Oh, smiling.
Smiling like.
Oh, okay.
I apologize. The accent, I know, it's a bit tough.
No, you're doing fine.
Smiling and being happy and.
But have you noticed how unhappy? Have you noticed how unhappy the blacks are? They blame the white people for their problems. They want affirmative actions. They want reparation. They want DEI. They always talk about slavery, Jim Crow, and they're not able to produce, but they only destroy. Why do you want that?
Well, I only hear any time in my life I've ever heard that, it's been on TV. It's not been in my community.
But it's true though.
Maybe in other places, but oddly enough, that irony not here in my part of the South.
So you want to go to a black church so you can feel good in the church, celebrate Jesus?
Just Exactly. You know, like the old time revivals, they'd come together and they'd pick bluegrass and they would break bread with each other. And
Oh, that's gone now. I know what you mean. When I was growing up, it was like that too, but that doesn't exist anymore.
well, given my own personal experiences of how I come to find God altogether and where I'm at now, I see people waking up spiritually, but also seeing that what the TV's telling us and what's going on around us. Like Hurricane Helene was like the worst best thing that could happen because it unplugged this younger generation.
Right.
And it forced them to talk to their grandparents.
But what
and
you
their
don't
community.
realize, and I have to tell you this because of time, Natasha, and I got to run, but whenever there is a quote-unquote disaster situation, emergency, people come together, but it's not real. They help each other based on emotions. And as soon as the disaster is over, everybody go back to their corners and they fight again. That's not real love. That's just a thrill based on. So it look like it's not real, Natasha, when they come together based on a disaster. We should love one another without disasters happening, and human beings don't love each other anymore.
Well, I can tell you it's I think a year and 2 days now. Ain't nobody went to no corners. Ain't nothing changed at all.
In the area that you live?
Yes, sir. I mean, all up and down western North Carolina and upstate South Carolina down into Georgia.
So if that's true, why can't you just go to a black church? Why don't you just go to one?
It's the white people that's telling me I'm being racist.
But why don't you? You don't have to. If you're not, you know for yourself, racism doesn't exist anyway. You can't be racist even if you try. But if you want to go to a black church, just go on to a black church. See what happens. I wouldn't recommend it, so I'm not sending you there on my recommendation. I'm just saying, if you want to go to a black church, why don't you just go? Don't worry about what white people are saying about it. Don't think about that.
Well, it's because I can't drive. That's why I have to.
Oh, you want me to come pick you up?
Hey, if you are more than welcome, I'll happily serve you some sweet tea and we'll figure it out. But you always welcome in these parts because love ain't dead. It's alive and well here.
Well, maybe I have to send you an Uber or something. But I don't, let me ask you this before I run. You can't find anyone in your area, family member, neighbor. I thought all the love up there, you should find some white people or somebody to take you to a black church, right? Somebody in your area.
Well, we got folks like the white folks watching mainstream media and they hear old Crickety Crockett talking, and we're so terrified of being seen as racist that we just stand on the sidelines and do nothing.
Oh,
because we don't want to offend anybody.
Oh, well, that's a horrible way to live.
It is.
Did you say
and
you
I
have
don't like it.
Did you say you have white guilt?
Yes, sir.
And
I do.
What is white guilt?
Well, guilt of trying to put my opinion into something that I have no idea about. Or try to engage into something that is not mine to engage in.
Like what, for an example?
Well, like, for instance, Martin Luther King's speech, regardless of the motivation behind how it came to be, when he said that his dream was to see his babies play with white babies and to be judged by the content of his character, not the color of his skin. well, to take away DEI and things like that, that forces people to be judged on the content of their character. So don't that mean that the dream in itself that I was taught growing up is progressive?
But you can't, because of time, Natasha, you can't.
Right.
Martin Luther King was a socialist. He didn't really mean what you thought that he meant. Martin Luther King was not a real American. He helped to divide. He helped to divide the blacks like no other person in America. The worst thing that ever happened to the blacks, other than abortion, the worst thing that ever happened to the blacks was this so-called civil rights movement.
Well, listening to you with them Hodge twin fellers yesterday,
Yeah.
it really shed a new light, and I appreciate being given the opportunity to see all things through a different angle.
Yeah.
Because ignorance breeds arrogance.
Absolutely.
And that's the downfall of this country.
Well, what I want to tell you that I gotta run. I want you to call me again, but I want you to know it's not about going to a black church. It's about overcoming anger and be one with what's right and live your life. Are you married?
I was at one time.
Do you have children?
I do.
Why can't they take you to church?
I'm working on it. I am. I'm working on it, and I'm working on these little backwoods Baptists. I'm trying to get them to pull the corn cob out of their keisters and learn to be happy that Jesus died for our sins.
Right, but don't feel guilty. White people have zero, nothing to do with the problems of the blacks. And Jasmine Cricket and people out there are lying to you. You're not to blame at all for what's wrong
Well,
with
I know she is, because I'd love to just give you a big old hug and sit and break bread with you and hear all about anything that you could teach me being my elder.
Okay.
She ain't right in what she's saying.
Right, no, she's evil. I'm hugging you right now. I'm giving you a tight hug.
I'm hugging you too. I see you. I appreciate it. I needed that.
You're welcome.
Well, just know I love all y'all. I may not like what comes out your mouth or the deeds that you do, but I love you so.
That's right.
Always.
Right on. Call me again, all right?
All right. Well, you have a good day and good luck.
All right. Thank you very much. 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. Let me go to Oregon and talk to KAYLA. Oh, not Natasha. I just thought it was Natasha. KAYLA, you are on the air.
Good morning, Jesse. How are you doing?
All is well. How are you?
All is well.
Yeah.
I had a question.
Okay.
Is it normal for the hell to get worse before it gets better?
It gets worse in that it doesn't want to depart from your body. Those demons do not want to leave you, and so they're going to scream and yell, and you're going to feel the pain of it in your body. But it's not happening to you. It's happening in you, in your body, but not to you. And yes, it will get worse in that way, but don't worry. You relax and go through it anyway, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
And they're going to try to convince you that it's happening to you, but it's not. It's not happening to you at all. It's happening to the illusionary you, the fake you. And Christ said, you don't have to be that anymore. You don't have to be you. You don't have to be this illusion. You can have a real life.
I see that intellectually that it's not me, but I don't quite know that for myself yet. How do I get there?
By watching those thoughts and feelings and do nothing about it. Okay. Really. Don't call them you. Don't argue with them. Don't run away from them. Don't do anything but be aware of them. And it's the light of truth that allows you to see them, and you will see that it's not you. It's going to blow your mind.
Okay. And the dumb things that I do when I go unconscious, do I just not judge myself for those, or what do you recommend that I do for that? Because I did some dumb things.
And who are you?
It's a living being.
No, who are you, not what you are.
I don't know.
So why do you say you did some dumb things?
Because it was my body.
And are you your body?
No.
So why do you say you have done some dumb things?
I don't know how else to describe it, honestly.
Well, I understand for communication's sake, you say those things for the communication. But I want you to know, you have never done anything dumb or wrong or right. It has always been the spirits of evil in your imagination and the emotions of evil working through you. And you thought it was you. You called it you. And the people around you said it was you because they were asleep, they were blind, they didn't know either. But it was never you. So stop saying, I did some dumb things. It did not happen. You did not do anything dumb.
Okay.
Because when you believe that you did it, all you're doing is create another false self, which is all ego, pride, believing that there's a you. So you create another false self that you're going to have to overcome.
Right, okay. And then judging the false self.
Right. And and it's not even you judging that. For the demons that made a home in your mind makes you think if you did it, and then they make you judge yourself by telling you done some stupid stuff. Yes, yes, stupid things happen through us, but it's not because it's not us that's doing it.
It makes me feel crazy, but again, it's not me feeling that. And then I go back to the assignment of, oh my gosh, I'm doing all of this thinking about myself, which I'm not supposed to be doing.
And when you say it makes you feel crazy, what do you mean? Give me an example of what you mean.
Oh, like, I can't even describe it. It's just crazy. But it's just the insanity going on in my head.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Every angry person, every person with resentment, a little bit of anger, a little bit of resentment is insane. They're crazy. That's what insanity is.
How do I let it go? I'm so done with this.
And the way you let it go is by surrendering it to the light. Christ said, and I repeat, bring all of your craziness unto me, and I will take care of it. He will do it, but you got to relax in it. Go about your day being aware of what's going on inside of you, and don't call it you, and you surrendering that to the light. And the light, the spirit of truth, will destroy those demons, the darkness in your mind.
Okay, so don't call it me, but how do I communicate about it without calling it me, or is that the point?
Just the way we did right now, you're communicating consciously, and when you're communicating consciously, you're not identifying with those spirits.
Okay.
It's only when you are communicating unconsciously that you're identifying with them.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you so much.
You stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, all right?
I will. No problem. Thank you, Jesse.
You're welcome. I got to take a break. 2 more hours to go. The Hake news is coming, not the fake news, but the Hake news. And I'll be back in a moment. 888-77-JESSE. Back in a moment. I have books that are amazing. I highly recommend you get them. 7 guaranteed steps to spiritual, family, and financial success guide. Even if you're not starting a business, but you have a job or you're on welfare, it can help you if you do. Be doers of the word, all right? From rage to responsibility. From rage. That's what I write about in the first chapter, especially how I overcame. Scam. How the black leadership exploits black Americans. They are using them, and blacks are too willing to be used. And then my last book, The Antidote, Healing America from the Poison of Hate, Blame, and Victimhood. They are all amazing books, and they are helpful. Go to rebuildingtheman.com if you want an autographed copy, or call 800-411-2663.
A whole lot of commie propaganda in the world. They're talking about gun violence. No such thing. But there are some wicked attacks from people with guns. But it's anti-Second Amendment propaganda from Commie Nonsense Network. Will the government shut down? Will we get to fire a bunch of people? I don't know. The National Guard, will they be allowed to go down to Portland, Oregon, where there's a national emergency? They're under siege to protect ICE and stuff like that. Antifa runs that city, seemingly. And the governess, rough. This is the end of hour one of the Jason Lee Peterson Show. It is Female Monday. Everybody loves Mondays, and everybody loves females. September 29th, AD 2025. JLP will be right back to your calls, all right, guys? There is one line open. You can call in right now, even during Hake News, not fake news, and JLP will be right back to your calls, all right? Commie Nonsense Network, CNN reports, if you find yourself scanning the room more often these days, you're not alone. Actually, you are alone. So it's fake news. The growing pattern of gun violence, Commie Nonsense describes it, in America has eroded our sense of safety in many places once thought to be secure. Fake news. So far this year, there have been 324 so-called mass shootings in the United States, defined by the Gun Violence Archive as when at least 4 people are shot. Terrible. And a church attack in Michigan left at least 4 people dead and multiple others injured, including children. Police say a man, so-called man, crashed his truck into the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, better known as the Mormon Church. You know, more popularly known as the Mormon Church, in Grand Blanc Township, BLANC, Grand Blanc Township, where hundreds of people were attending Sunday services. The suspect began shooting with a so-called assault rifle and then used gasoline to set a fire that grew into a large blaze. Authorities say the so-called shooter died during an exchange of gunfire with the police. The suspect, identified as a 40-year-old U.S. Marine veteran who so-called served in the Iraq War. Which Iraq War? Probably the more recent one, the one in the 2000s. A Marine Corps spokesman told Commie Nonsense the man so-called served as a sergeant and received several, or at least a few, medals for his service, which lasted from 2004 to 2008. Motive still unknown of the suspect, the late suspect. And the top 4 congressional leaders will meet with our greatest president, Donald J. Trump, at the White House, the white on the inside White House, I might add, today as Washington, D.C. works to avoid a looming government shutdown, like that's a bad thing. The meeting with House Speaker Mike Johnson, Senate Majority Leader John Thune, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, not a Christian, comes as government funding is set to run out Tuesday night. Both sides remaining dug in on their positions. Although each shutdown differs, analysts say this would be unlike any federal funding crunch before, because Trump and White House Office of Management and Budget have signaled a new approach, urging agencies to reduce staff in unfunded programs that don't align with the president's priorities. So we get to fire a bunch of people if we shut the government down. So it's even better news if they shut it down. And the National Guard, President Trump said he will send troops to Portland, Oregon, not to be confused with Portland, Maine, to protect ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement facilities, that he claimed are quote-unquote under siege. ICE building near downtown Portland. An ICE building near downtown Portland has been at the center of protests and riots throughout this summer. Most of the demonstrations have been peaceful, writes Commie Nonsense Network, if you believe that. But some have ended in the deployment of tear gas. Yeah, real peaceful. State and local leaders have pushed back, and they're even suing Trump to prevent him from bringing the National Guard. What's the point? I'm James Hake.
Got to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. It's the second hour of the show already. Believe it or not, you can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show, jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you're out and about, running around, doing whatever it is that you're doing, and you just can't sit and watch the show, you can podcast. But you can also listen as it is happening on your phone. Your phone, anywhere in the world, by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk, buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk, or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. And my biblical question for this week, I have it ready now. And I hear this a lot, so it's an interesting biblical question for me. I really want to know what it means. What does it mean to defend the faith? I hear the Christians and others say, I'm defending my faith. What do they mean when they say they are defending their faith? What does it mean to defend the faith? I hear it a lot from the Christians. They out protesting. They have picket signs. They get beat up because they're defending their faith. What does that mean? I literally don't know what it means. So this is one question I am asking. And I don't know the meaning. I don't know what they mean when they say that. And last week's biblical question, what would happen if you never thought about yourself again? You will have perfect peace. Because there is no you to think about. There is no you. You have never thought about you for 1 minute. It's impossible. That's what it is, impossible, yeah. You have never thought about it. You thought about illusions of self, never the real person. Isn't that amazing? Christ said, and I repeat, if you want a life, you got to give up a life. You got to give up this illusionary life that you're living. It's a false life. It's not even real. It's fake. It's just a thought and a feeling. It's not even real. Isn't that amazing? It is Monday, and every Monday it is, and we take all call but female Monday. All my life, I had to fight.
I like to make men uncomfortable.
All my life I had to fight.
Let women take over.
Some of us believe that women are getting paid less than men.
I proudly say I'm a feminist. Thank you.
Deep in their soul, they want to be home with those babies. We've been lied to for so long.
Amazing, huh? You've been lied to for so long. So I hear that Adams, Mayor Adams of New York, is not running again. Did you hear about this? According to NBC News, New York Mayor Adams announced Sunday that he's dropping his third-party bid for re-election. Watch this from NBC News.
Entering the frame on the Gracie Mansion stairs, then exiting the race in an 8-minute-long prepared video. Mayor Eric Adams with a picture of his late mother and some Frank Sinatra.
That's
I
his
cannot
mama.
continue
What?
my re-election
you
campaign.
failed.
The mayor said the constant media speculation that he would quit and the campaign finance rulings denying him millions in matching dollars made it impossible to compete. But this time, Mayor Adams noticeably not blaming Andrew Cuomo for bullying him out of the race.
Andrew Cuomo is a snake and a liar.
That was an allegation he had repeated as he insisted he was in this race to win. But more recently, those public denials grew less convincing.
You're saying that you're not leaving the race and there's no circumstance you can see that you would withdraw.
No, I can't say that.
If Eric Adams wants to speak a little bit more about Andrew Cuomo being a liar and a snake, as he put it a few weeks ago, I'd be happy to have that conversation with him.
Frontrunner and Democratic nominee Zohran Mamdani dismissing the idea that the Adams dropout will help Andrew Cuomo overtake his lead. He linked Adams and Cuomo to President Donald Trump and billionaires meddling in the mayor's race.
Cuomo, I mean, look at his past. He's a bad guy. But Mondavi, I'll tell you what, it scares the hell out of me.
Think it'll have an impact?
No.
You think Mamdani will win anyway?
Yes, I do.
Amazing. Is that Mayor Mama? Why he got this big old picture of his mama with him? What he's too old for that. Is that his mama? Hake.
Yeah, the report mentioned his mother, just as like we were laughing and talking over the clip. It said his mother.
Boy, he had a big old picture of his mama for.
She looked kind of light-skinned, by the way.
I thought it was a white woman at first.
Mm-hmm. But it might just be the glare or overexposure.
That was from NBC News, New York. And now Curtis Sliwa?
Yeah, Sliwa.
Is that his mama? What are you doing with that big old picture of his mama? Beta! What, Beta? Beta Bear!
Was that the governor's mansion? Do they have a governor's mansion?
I don't know. Not a big old mama picture. I'd be scared to go upstairs. Curtis Sliwa is now facing pressure to leave the race. Watch this from NBC News, New York.
One down, two to go. That's Cuomo and Zohran Mamdani. But it's good the soap opera is over.
The mayor's departure will undoubtedly mean mounting pressure on Sliwa to drop out and clear an open path for Andrew Cuomo, who's been polling a distant second in a four-way race. Sliwa said last week some billionaires have tried to bribe him to leave the race. Sliwa's boss, billionaire Republican John Catsimatidis, disputed that.
First of all, it's not bribes. The real estate industry is panicking. Of course, people in the real estate industry probably said, Why don't you go do something else, and we'll take care of you.
And Katsamatidis there told me today that it was likely Cuomo supporters who were offering to pay Sliwa. Cuomo has denied any involvement in any of that. But in a statement today in response to the mayor dropping out, Andrew Cuomo said, quote, "The choice Mayor Adams made today was not an easy one, but I believe he's sincere in putting the well-being of New York ahead of personal ambition." And Cuomo ended by saying that Adams has much to be proud of in his accomplishments. Perhaps Cuomo there hoping for an endorsement from Mayor Adams, which so far has not happened.
What a mess! The election in New York there is next month, right?
Oh yeah,
in November.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? Because November is usually when elections are, like midterm type thingies.
Right.
Well, it's not midterms yet, right? Is it? No, it's not midterms yet. Yeah, because I feel like I got a ballot, so I can vote no on 50 or something like that. Although I disclaim that no endorsement or opposition implied. I don't. The views expressed by Hake does not represent Hake or Bond or JLP.
So Mondami, he has a chance of winning.
Yeah, he's miles ahead of everybody else. He has, according to that poll, he's at 47%, right? And Cuomo is like at a distant 30-something percent, maybe 39%. And the other guy has like 11%, and then the other guy has like 4%. Curtis Sliwa has like 4%.
What a mess!
So if those guys drop out and everybody votes for Cuomo, then Cuomo can beat that socialist. I want an American liar and snake. I don't want a foreigner anchor baby liar and snake. Shout out, this anchor baby's okay.
Shout out, anchor baby.
You don't have to say that, dude. I'm with you, man.
What a mess!
Yeah.
So this Mondami, a socialist, this is why another reason I say Americans not coming back, folks. Besides, there is no love in human beings at all in this country. Secondly is they got all these foreigners in our government. And these foreigners come here with the same old ideas that they left. And they'll bring them into our country. How could anybody vote for Mondami, a foreigner? What has happened? My country is not coming back. Goodbye, America. It ain't coming back. If I were you, I'll overcome anger and resentment so you can overcome fear. When anger disappears, fear will too. It really will. Super chat. Super.
Nice.
Super chats.
Do you want me to read this thing from Truth Social that Trump posted on Truth Social?
Yes.
Self-proclaimed New York City communist Zohran Mamdani, who is running for mayor, will prove to be one of the best things ever to happen to our great Republican Party. He's going to have problems with Washington like no mayor in the history of our once great city. Remember, he needs the money from me as president in order to fulfill all of his fake communist promises. He won't be getting any of it, so what's the point of voting for him? This ideology has failed always for thousands of years. It will fail again, and that's guaranteed. President DJT.
What manner of man is this? The wind and the sea obeys him. The great white hope, Donald Trump, right on. But what a mess. I see a bunch of black people around my dummy. And I'm not surprised because the blacks want free stuff anyway.
Yeah.
They think they will get some more DEI. What a mess! Super chat.
Trump truth.
Yeah.
Okay, super from whatever, man. Welcome, JLP show member.
Thank you. Amazing.
Babak Lotfali, 10 coffees. We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation, he says.
Amazing. Thank you.
Babak also says, we thank, love, praise the only Son of God who is the ultimate master for our salvation. Follow the teachings of the saints and sages. Thank, love, and praise them, for they are representatives of God for our spiritual elevation, says Babak.
Thank you, Baba. So, even though I have no idea what all that means.
But very generous, 10 coffees.
Yeah, but thank you, though. I appreciate it.
James bought 5 coffees. What does Tom like a mug mean?
It's supposed to be a negative name that the blacks call blacks who leave the plantation of the Democratic Party. And when they leave the plantation, the blacks attack them and call them Uncle Tom. And that you're Tom is like a mug. And in their mind, they think you're kissing up at the white folks. Amazing.
Anthony says Kirk is Old German for church. Doma is Lord's house, he says. And he also says 1 million Christians, I think, murdered in Nigeria per CBN, which I haven't corroborated, but there is supposedly a genocide of Christians in Nigeria, according to CBN.
That's happening right now?
Since like 1953, there's been religious violence, according to Wikipedia. I looked it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What a mess. Thank you.
Chinese Communist West Coast in positions of power. Terrible.
What a mess.
Says
Thank you.
Anthony. God warned power concentration in citadels, cities. Conclusion, female mind is bored easily and wanders.
Oh, amazing. Thank you.
So true. David, I did the assignment this week. It might have been, this is yesterday during church, it might have to become a permanent thing because it was so peaceful not thinking about myself, last week's assignment. Much love to you all in fellowship, says David.
You stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. Amazing. Thank you.
Imp Hands gifted a subscription on Rumble.
Thank you.
Sir.
Amazing. Got to know how to rumble.
Peter 80. Thank you, Jesse, and the team for the best fellowship on this side of heaven. Amazing.
Yesterday's fellowship, amazing again. God is with us. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Eric, keep up the good work, Jesse. Object.
Thank you, Eric. And thank you for helping us to help others. Thank you.
MF, thank you, Jesse, for this show, meaning church.
Right on. Thank you.
Christopher, very good to see everyone here. Thanks, hands, prayer hands.
It was an amazing fellowship. Thank you.
Madi, happy Sunday, everyone, and amazing fellowship, JLP.
Yeah, thank you.
Someone says, hey, Jesse and crew, BQ, referring to the prior biblical question, what would happen if you never thought about yourself again?
Right.
I realize the not me is a narcissist. Giving most of my thoughts are about myself, LOL, lots of laughs. As I caught myself thinking about myself, I realized I was simply living in the past or future. I would shift back to the present each time, and voila, problem solved.
Amazing. Thank you.
She says, when I am present, it seems like all my steps and thoughts are perfectly ordered. This question reinforces how crucial it is to stay present. Stars. See you guys soon if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise.
You got to stay present. You're absolutely right. Stay present rather than lost in your imagination and thought. I can't, for some reason, my package is giving me the old questions, so I don't seem like I have the new packet.
Oh, okay. I'll work with you on that.
Even though Derek told me to update it, I am updated, but I'm still getting the old questions on every page.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll get that straightened out.
All right, thank you.
Amazing. Someone bought 5 coffees. Jesse, when you initially shared your remarks about Erica Kirk, I pushed back a bit, but now I understand exactly what you meant. After watching her give 2 speeches, the first before Charlie's body was cold, and then observing her as a host on his podcast, I could see how she is all too willing to step into a role which takes her completely out of God's order. It's unsettling to see a woman leading in every facet of society, to see women leading in every facet of society, she says.
And that's more proof that my country is gone. Evil is making sure that it never return by putting women in leadership role because the evil come through the woman. And so there's no way it could get better. Besides all this other stuff going on, it's been set up, really. Ain't no way my country's coming back. It's done. Amazing. Thank you, though. I'm glad you see what's really going on. Amazing. Thank you.
Very nice. Also from someone, that same someone says, Hake, I think it's time to produce a Jesse was right about everything t-shirt and hat. Laughing face with tears.
Amazing.
Curly on Cash App for service. Thank you, Curly.
Thank you. Amazing.
Anthony, this is Bond JLP Cash App. Mdami, Kami, NYC, go do crap rap. That's right. He was a rapper. Terrible.
I know. What a mess.
Isaiah.
Something else, though, it's interesting that there's a possibility that a communist, a socialist, can just outright win in New York. It had gotten that bad in New York. What a mess. Thank you.
Isaiah, as always, awesome fellowship. Very generous, Isaiah. Thank you.
Thank you, Isaiah. Amazing.
Rocky Rock, Jesse, just over this weekend, there was a person shooting from a boat at a bar. We just reported on that last hour.
Yeah.
And here in Michigan, there was a shooting at a church, which we reported last hour. Want to know what they both had in common? They were white. Hashtag according to reports. What's wrong with the whites? Hashtag no, that was a question, says Rocky Rock.
Amazing. Thank you. Yeah, we reported on that this morning. What a mess. Thank you.
Kyle, pine trees sticker. Thank you.
Thank you, Kyle.
Steven, star-eyed heart coming out of a gal's hair. Thank you, Steven.
Thank you, Steven.
Commander Kim, I think we are all Charlie now. People are expressing all white conservative Christians are now walking targets, she says on Rumble.
Oh, that's what they mean by their Charlie?
Yeah.
They're Charlie Kirk.
Mm-hmm. That's what she thinks that they mean.
That they're walking
that they're
target.
walking targets as being white conservative Christians.
Well, they're walking target for being white because there is a genocide on white people, not just because they listen to Charlie. Amazing. Thank you. It's a mess. It really is.
Another from Steven. I love you guys and pray for us just about every day. Man, let's keep our eyes on the prize and remember our fundamentals. Stay upright in our spirits. 100, rock, pancakes, bread.
Amazing. Thank you.
David, can I get an amen? Thank you, David.
You talking about a black church light?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't know what you want amen for. Oh, I see. From that.
Can I get an amen for that?
There you go. Amazing. Thank you, David.
And yet another from...
David, right?
Yeah, that was David.
Thank you, David.
And yet another from Steven.
I forgot about the Obama shout-out.
Steven's been a member on JLP channel for 3 months. And there's nothing more than our king wants other than having our brothers live in joy and peace forever.
Yeah.
Flat / airplane thingy. Or whatever this thing is. Hyphen, semicolon, degree, semicolon, hyphen. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you.
Aries 107, which means salute. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
That's on Rumble. Thunder.
You gotta know how to rumble.
5 coffees, buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Hello, Jesse. I forgave and apologized to my mother 2 years ago, and I feel great. I missed her birthday by 4 days. I don't particularly want to call her because every time I call, she cries and complains that I'm not contacting her. Will I be wrong if I don't call at all and just send her a gift? Asks Thunder.
No, you will not be wrong if you don't call, or right if you do call. You should only call if you want to call. No pressure. If you call under pressure, that's not love. Even if you send her a gift out of guilt or pressure, that's not love. But no, you don't have to respond at all with her. Just don't hate her. Don't be angry. It sounds like you have forgiven her, so you're fine. Go live your life. Amazing. Thank you.
And thank you, guys. I do believe that is all for now.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you all very, very mamma mia much. Let me go to Jennifer out of North Carolina. Jennifer, you are on the air.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Jennifer.
I called you on Friday. You told me to call you again, so I'm listening, right? Now, I've been binge watching your Fallen State episodes, okay? And I just can't believe how you can look these people in the face with a straight face. You're like, that's amazing. And I'm like, he means that's fucked up. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to swear.
Oh, yeah, not on the area of children listening.
So sorry.
Okay.
But if we have children listening, I don't, this is kind of crazy, but so I was working at a preschool about 5 years ago. Okay. I was a teacher. I worked in the infant room. I worked in the toddler room. I worked, in the pre-K room. But I once had a group of 10 3-year-olds, and about 3 of them were autistic in the room. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, a man named Ryan would come to the preschool and help those kids kind of like off into a different corner. Maybe he's trying to redirect them during circle time or focus their attention or make them stop biting kids or whatever the issue may be with that particular child. And so I knew Ryan for about like 5 months or so. And I would see him every Tuesday and Thursday. And then I hadn't seen Ryan for about 3 weeks. And then Ryan comes in and is wearing this like really tight shirt with like a flannel over it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like Ryan looks pregnant. So like I go into my boss's office and I like made a joke to my boss who I was like pretty close with. And I was like, so Ryan's got like a bear belly. And she looked me straight in my face and she said, oh, he's pregnant. And I said, I just laughed. I think I just laughed because I was like, what? And she's like, no, I'm serious. And I'm like, Ryan is actually a woman? Like, because it just looked like a gay guy to me, right, the whole time. And I started thinking about it. I went home. I talked to my best friend about it. And I'm like, Candace, like these kids, like their parents their moms are pregnant right now. Like they're going to see a man and they're going to see that he's pregnant. And what do I do if something comes up? And about 2 days later, a little girl named Addie comes up to me and very curiously says, I didn't know daddies could have babies too. And when you talk about defending your faith, Jesse, I was reading Jeremiah last night. And when God told Jeremiah to go out into the streets of Israel and tell them how wicked they've been, he also told them, defend your faith and defend what I'm saying to the point of no return, or I will make you look foolish.
So God told them to defend their faith?
I that's how I interpreted it. Now,
but did God say that, or you just saying that?
No, I believe that's what he said. He said, go out and tell them everything I tell you to say. Do not be afraid of them, or I will make you look foolish in front of them. So,
but what is this idea of defend your faith? Where did that come from?
Defend good morals, defend your family, because like your faith.
No, but where did that come from, though? Who made that up? Defend your faith.
I don't know who made it up, but I do think that if you read the Bible enough, it's constantly telling you to stand firm in your faith. And if you stand firm in something, aren't you automatically defending it?
Well, I can't respond until Sunday, but I don't know what that. Do you defend your faith?
Well, I'm saying I didn't defend my faith at that point.
And how do you defend your faith? How does one defend their faith?
Number one, I don't think I can defend my faith in the workplace.
No, but that's a period, because that's a biblical question. You just brought it up. How can a person defend a faith? Where did that idea come from, and how do you defend a faith?
So if you and I, Jesse, are on the same page about God, okay? And if you and I are being persecuted for our faith, I think defending the faith would be explaining what we truly believe and why we believe that. I think that more discussion allows you to defend your faith. And I wasn't capable of defending my faith at that preschool.
In that situation, you didn't, and why? And why not?
Because I would have been fired. My boss told me that I had to tell the kids that yes, daddies can have babies too.
And did you tell him that?
No.
And did you get fired?
No. You know why? Because a week later, God placed a plague over the world called COVID-19, and I got lucked out. So
what a mess. But
I know.
Yeah, it is a mess. You know what? I got to take a break, but I'm glad, Jennifer. But I do want to know, what does that mean, and where did the idea come from of defending your faith?
You know what? I'm going to think about that a lot more,
Yeah.
and I'm going to get into my Bible, and I'm going to find good examples, and I'm going to call you in a few days. But I'm going
Okay.
to let you go right now, Justin, because I got to get back to work.
All right. Thank you, Jennifer. Back in a moment. Always be still. Don't overreact. Most of the people that I know, they say, oh, I know Jesus. I love Jesus. I'm an observer. And as soon as something don't go their way, they get mad. I'm like, what the? If you overreact, folks, remember to do that. Don't overreact. And when you get mad, it's your problem. It ain't your wife's problem, your husband's problem, your neighbor, your friend, your preacher, your teacher. It's your problem. Why you think you tick? It didn't go your way or the way you think it should go. Don't have a way you think it should go. Let life just happen. Thoughts make you think that life should go the way you want it to go. And if it doesn't, if someone don't do or say or act the way you think they should act, you hate them. And then you blame them for being mad. It's the darndest thing I ever seen. But it's amazing to see it. So relax. A real mess. My country is no longer tears of thee. It's gone. And it's going to get worse. And I'm only warning you that it's going to get worse because this is the Old Testament happening on earth. And human beings are evil. And they love hurting one another. That's how they get their thrills. They call that life. That's going to get worse. In little ways, big ways, and all things. And if you don't drop your anger and live from within, you're not going to make it. Announcement. I do personal shout-outs for you. Birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, congratulations, or whatever. Go to Cameo, CAMEO, encouragements, CAMEO.com/Jesse Lee Peterson, CAMEO.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. And support us on social media. We're all over the place. JesseLeePeterson.com/show. Jesse Lee Peterson on Instagram. JLP Talk on X. Rumble.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. Cozy.tv/JLP. And Kick.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. Like, follow, like the videos right now. It helps push the videos. They told me to tell you to like the video, so like them. It helps to push them, all right? Got to get the word out there. This is an emergency. The world gone crazy. So like the videos. And like this video. Like this video. Like this video. Amazing, huh? Let me go to BAXTER out of Virginia. BAXTER, you're on the air.
Hey, Jesse, man, you're sounding really pessimistic today. I have never heard you say that the country wasn't coming back before. What's going on?
I've been saying it for a long time.
Not like this. Like today you said it more than I've heard you say in probably 15 years.
Meaning that I repeated it more today?
Yeah, a lot. It's like every segment.
Can you see that the world, that my country is gone, or you think it's going to return?
Man, it's a good question. I'm 42. It's been a steady decline, and it seems like the last probably 10 years there's been somebody hit the acceleration.
And do you believe
I
it's
have
going to
never seen as many
return?
people aware.
Do you believe it's going to
I'll tell you
return
that-
or it's gone?
If it's ever going to return, it's going to return now because I've never seen as many people aware to what's going on.
Aware to what?
Aware to, hey, there are some. I mean, unfortunately, with the Charlie Kirk assassination, I've never seen as many people like, hey, these are actually demon-possessed people we're dealing with. The Democrats are actually evil; they support evil. I've never seen Jesus Christ mentioned more times in one sitting than I did at the Charlie Kirk Memorial. So, unfortunately, sometimes bad things bring things to the light. So that's what I mean. People are aware. I mean,
and what are they aware
20
of?
20 years ago, did anybody know about globalism or the New World Order?
What are
or eugenics?
Hey, Baxter, what are these people that you're saying mention Jesus? What are they aware of?
Well, the people that I'm saying that are mentioning Jesus are actually elected leaders, and a lot of times they'll allude to God or our Creator, but they won't say the name of Jesus because of the stigma, and they don't want to seem like they're excluding people.
But you said that you haven't seen as many people aware. What are they aware of?
Aware of the fact that Jesus Christ is real, that God is real, that we're actually up against evil. It's not just the Democrat Party because it can put whatever costume it wants on. It's actually evil. That the people that are in support of Charlie Kirk getting murdered are actually demon possessed.
If those
that's
people
what I mean by
are
awareness.
if those people are aware, why would they vote a woman to lead them?
Who's voting a woman to lead them?
The woman
the
took
turning
over.
point.
Yeah.
You think look? Money can move votes.
Money can move votes.
I'm not sure. Of course. Hey, if you stay out of our way on this vote,
those aware people would vote a woman in because of money.
I'm not necessarily saying the Turning Point USA is aware. I'm saying that the people in this country in general are aware of
like
it,
who
are aware of what we face.
Like who?
The electorate. I mean, did Trump get reelected or no?
Well, we know one man in Trump is for sure, but I'm just I'm just trying to understand.
You're asking who's aware.
I'm trying to understand who are the people that are aware other than Trump.
Well, I don't have faith in the government as being aware. I have faith in that the American people are aware and they're at least hip to the fact that what we're up against is not necessarily a Democrat Party. It's actual evil.
But
now that's what
why
I mean
do
by
you
aware.
think
The
they're
American people are
aware
aware.
of evil? But you're not telling me who though. But why do you think they're aware?
I just told you who. I just
Tell me
told you
again?
who. The American people, the electorate, the people that are voting, are aware of what is going on, and that's who's going to change the country.
And what they are, I know I'm repeating myself, Baxter, and I apologize for that. What are they aware of?
As I was saying, that there is it's an actual battle against good and evil. Look, how long have you been going on Alex Jones' show? 25 years I've heard you on the show?
Maybe.
Off
Yeah,
and on?
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, but about what? You've at least known of him, and you guys have at least communicated for about 25 years.
Yeah, at least, absolutely.
Okay, so 25 years ago, did anybody know what a globalist was? Did anybody know what? Look what just came out with the autism. Was anybody talking about the autism being caused by vaccines and things being taken over the counter?
But how is that going to make things get better? That's not going to make things better.
What do you mean it won't make things get better?
It's not going to bring my country back.
Well, if you don't know what you're up, well, I agree with you in the sense that alone, you still have to have. Just because you get rid of something or you vote something out, you're still going to have to replace it. So I agree that the ideas are.
But if they found the number one vaccine that works, 100% of the time. It's still not going to bring America back.
Right, but everything you were asking for examples of people being aware, and I provided you with examples of people being aware.
I know, but being aware of a vaccine is not awareness.
It's one example of awareness. When I brought up globalism, for example, that is, people did not want to acknowledge that there are actually people that do not believe in national borders. Trump is a referendum in the awareness. That people were. Do you remember when they were trying to build that corridor between Mexico all the way through Texas up to Canada?
Well, Baxter, all those physical things that you're talking about will not bring America back. America will continually get worse. It's not going to get better. Did he hang up? Oh, he hung up. Amazing. Let me go to Andrew Baxter. I don't know if it was an accident you hung up or you hung up. Let me go to Andrew out of Canada. Andrew, you are on the air.
Jesse, how you doing?
All is well. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Thanks for asking. It's really great to be talking to you again.
Right on.
I had a question actually about yesterday's fellowship.
Okay.
And it's kind of keep it.
Master, your phone is sound like you're in bad weather. Andrew, hold on. I'll let Derek take care of it. I'll come back to you. Don't hang up. Let me go to California and talk to Tony. Tony, you are on the air.
Good morning, Jesse. How the heck are you?
Hey, Tony.
Well. What's going on with this country, Jesse? All these mass shootings, back to back, week after week after week, man. And all on white. What's going on with the white folks killing people for no reason at all?
How you feel about white people killing white people?
I'm just saying, man, what is the insanity going on inside their minds, their hearts, and soul?
How do you feel about that?
Because the thing is,
how do you feel about white people killing white people?
I'm going to tell you now, Jesse, if you give me opportunity. The thing is, it's the evilness in their heart.
Tony, how do you feel about white people killing white people?
How I feel about it?
Yeah.
I have no feeling about it, Jesse.
Meaning what?
I have no feeling. It's just insanity.
You feel the same way with black people killing blacks?
I have, Jesse, once again.
Do you feel that same way with black people killing black? You have no feelings?
Yes.
And why not?
Why should I?
No, why not?
Once again, why should I, Jesse?
I thought that you love the blacks. You don't love the blacks?
I love everybody.
You don't love the blacks? Do you love the blacks?
You can't control no one.
Tony, do you love the blacks?
Yourself. Yes, I do.
And then, so you feel nothing about the blacks killing the blacks?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Oh, amazing.
Jesse, I got this question. I got this one question for you and for your listeners. Why haven't God killed Satan?
That's the dumbest question I ever heard.
No, it ain't.
Yes, Tony, you can't come up with a better question.
Think about it, Jesse. Think about it. Why haven't God killed Satan?
Tony, you can't come up with a better question than that. I thought you had a real question.
Yes, you can't answer that. You don't want to answer that.
All right, bye, Tony. Thanks. Let me go to Andrew out of Canada. Andrew, let's try it again.
How you doing, Jesse?
All is well.
Yeah, that Tony call was pretty funny.
Yeah. Tony, don't blame him. He can't help it. Amazing. Go ahead.
Absolutely amazing. So my question, it was actually regarding a fellowship, a previous assignment from many, many years ago, where you mentioned 1 John 4, where it says, "Beloved, test the spirits to see if they're from God." And I was thinking about that because yesterday's fellowship, there was a similar question with the young lady where she asked, how do you just give up? And I was just wondering, how do you test the spirit?
By not doing anything they tell you to do. All thoughts are all lies all the time. And if you stop identifying with them, you'll see.
Right on. Right on. That makes a lot of sense. Does that apply for practical things like work, for example? Like, for example, let's say I
Well,
have
no,
a
because you
speech
know you got to work to eat. So God gave you the ability to work, but you don't live by those thoughts. You just go in a physical way, provide food for the body, shelter for the body. Those are practical things. That's not what it means at all.
No, of course. No, I understand that. But, like, see, I work in tech, and I also do a lot of sales. And typically with my job, with sales, I generally feel like, sometimes I could benefit from a lot more practice. Is that a practical thought to
You could
practice
benefit
more
from
before?
more practice of your work.
Like practicing sales, like, for example, what I'm going to say or thinking about what I'm going to say.
Oh
during a
yeah,
sales
that's
pitch
fine.
or-
You should do that to improve your work, your business, or whatever. But again, you don't live by that. Once your work is over for the day, you lay down your tools. You don't live by them.
So it's wrong to go to bed still thinking about it.
Not if you get a false identity from it, but if you think about, you know what, tomorrow I'm gonna make 10 extra sales. I'm going to do this. As long as you don't live by it, you're fine.
That's really challenging, because sometimes it's like an ego thing. Like, am I a good salesperson? Am I a bad salesperson? And I did notice that actually, just even just doing the silent prayer.
You should never do that because when you say, are you a good salesperson or a bad salesperson, based on what and on who?
It's a comparison. It's vanity.
But why would you do that?
I was trained to do that from long time, many jobs, and even just growing up.
Oh, so your job trained you to compare yourself to others?
Yeah. Previous jobs they put up like leaderboards. How many sales a person got
you should
per
never.
week,
You should never compete with or compare yourself to anyone. Just do your best, put your best into it, and don't even do it if. Do your best and let whatever happens. But definitely do your best on your job, for sure.
Right. Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense, actually. I mean, I know it's wrong, but I guess I kind of have a wait-and-see attitude, right? And over time, it'll just go away.
You say you know what is wrong.
The comparison.
Yeah, you should never, ever, 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 but never compare yourself or compete with anyone.
Right. Well, I guess that's the question then, is akin to what the young lady was saying, is how to give that up.
By being aware of what's going on inside of you, but don't call it you. Don't deny it. Don't fight with it. Just know that, see that this is going on inside of you. Do nothing about it, and the Spirit of Truth will take care of it. So you're surrendering to the Spirit of Truth. You're surrendering to you're giving up by trying to save yourself from the darkness of your imagination. By trying not to save yourself. Don't save yourself.
Right. Just give up completely.
Yeah. Be aware of the loneliness. Be aware of the fear. Be aware of the stress. Be aware of the doubt. Be aware of the lust. Be aware of the temptation to want to be like someone else or compare yourself to someone else. Be aware of wanting to get revenge against others. Be aware of those things, but do nothing about those things.
That's really, it's amazing. Especially, like, I watched yesterday's fellowship. It was just amazing, like really, really amazing. And I can't thank you enough. Can I ask one more question?
We're very fortunate to have the fellowship that we have. It may be the only one on the planet in that way. So we're very fortunate.
I have never seen one like it, like where they're not hooping and hollering and there's all that
Right.
emotional music going on and
Yeah.
all the tears and stuff.
So you say you have another question?
Yeah, this might be a difficult one, but how will I know when I'm living in truth?
You will know without a doubt. That's an interesting question, Andrew. When you stop believing the lie of your imagination and emotions, you will know you're living in truth. You will know God. You will know His voice.
Right on. Right on. Yeah.
Are you doing the silent prayer every morning, every night?
I am, yes. I have missed a couple of days, but I'm back to it now. For the past few weeks, I've been doing it consistently every morning.
Practice staying present even during the day, and just practice staying present instead of lost in the darkness of your imagination, and you will know the truth.
Yeah, I'm noticing that more.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of distance between the thought, like I can almost see
Absolutely.
it before it happens, and it's made it's like a whole new life,
Well, that will become clearer and clearer to you if you stay with it. And the last thing that the imagination want is for you not to obey it. It doesn't. It want you to stay.
Right.
It wants you to live in time with the lie. It doesn't want you to live in the present with the truth. So it's going to fight you to stay in your head, thinking about the past or the future or blaming others or whatever. Don't do it.
Yeah, I could relate to the young lady. Like what she said, it's so hard. It's almost like difficult to breathe sometimes.
I know what you mean, but it gets easier. It really does.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you again.
Stay with it, man. Stay with it. Stay with it, all right? No matter who turns
I will.
against you, no matter what the world does, you stay with it.
I will. Thank you, Jesse.
All right, buddy. Amazing. Super coming up, but let me go to Andy in the meantime from Connecticut. Andy, you are on the air.
Hey, how are you? How's everything?
All is well, Andy.
My question to you is, what is your feeling on everything that's going on with Israel? What is your feeling on what Charlie Kirk, Candace, Megan, and Tucker are saying about Bibi?
I have no feeling because I don't know what they were saying.
I'm sorry?
I have no feelings about it, opinion about it, because I don't know what they are saying.
Well,
what's your
it's
feeling?
almost-
What's your feeling about whatever you hear that they're saying? What's your feeling about it?
It's
Because
not
I don't
feeling.
listen to them, so I have no idea.
Well, it's almost to the point where there's a new.
Hello? Hold on, Andrew. Andrew, don't hang up. Something wrong with your phone. Something's on my mind. It's been troubling me a long, long time. I don't think you care. You walk out and pretend you don't care. Super chat. Super.
Super chats.
Over on YouTube, Flying Fruit asks, how influenced by Buddhism are you? Buddhism.
Zero. I don't even know Buddha. I know what it is. I've heard about it, but I'm not influenced by it at all.
Barbecue Pringle says Jesus was a smoker, but the devil was a vapor. He vaped.
Amazing. Thank you.
Chris bought a coffee. Tony is out of touch with reality. Chicago has 27 homicides the month of September, mostly black on black. That's more than all the so-called mass shootings combined in September. That's Chicago alone. Tony, what's wrong with your peoples?
I know, what a mess.
Nikki, I put my brain on airplane. Oh, gotta go.
Let me take a quick break. We'll come back with Nikki thing. Hate news, not the fake news. Thank you. I'll be back in a moment. 888-77-JESSE. Every bag is roasted to order. Freshest flavor. Top quality. Specialty grade beans. Good. Every dime goes back to Bar, my nonprofit. And we are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. So when you're drinking coffee and enjoying it, just know you're helping somebody. Amazing coffee. Punchy has his own coffee now. What the? And it's so good. All the way from the plantation to my own coffee. Who would have thought? Did that coffee come from the plantation? Did I pick my own coffee? Check it out. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com/stores, and get Punchy's coffee.
There's a storm coming in. Back in the East Coast, Tropical Storm Imelda. Sounds like a woman's name. Nice. I'm happy. But watch out. Meanwhile, there's some Hurricane Humberto. Some man's name hurricane. It doesn't even make any sense. And Gaza. Will there be peace in Gaza? Trump has promised something special is coming on Gaza. So we shall see. There's all this drama because there's this guy named Bad Bunny who's going to headline the Super Bowl LX, which is 40 or no. Yeah, 40? I don't know. Halftime show. LX, halftime show. Puerto Rico, as Trump called it. That's where he's from. So he's an American, but he sings in Spanish or Spanglish or something. And speaking of has-beens, Dolly Parton has postponed her Las Vegas concerts. She's the queen of country. She announced she's postponing it due to some health challenges. We are wishing her well. Find the good in everyone. That's what she said. Or that's what some billboards stated in her name. And about 600 drones and missiles Russia has fired at targets across the Ukraine Sunday morning in one of the largest barrages of the war. Crazy. Eric Adams announced Sunday he is ending his re-election bid. Imagine that. He stated, quote, "It has been my honor to be your mayor, and I'm proud to say that we took the victory 4 years ago and turned it into action." That's what he announced on Sunday. And polling data showed that Eric Adams' exit had minimal impact on the mayoral race. Democrat mayor nominee Zohran Mamdani, communist as Trump called him, continues to lead by a substantial margin. We'll see what happens. It's a mess. This is the end of hour 2 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It's Female Monday. Everybody loves Mondays. It's September 29th, AD 2025. There is one line open. You can call in right now, even during Hake News, not fake news. And JLP will be right back to your calls. After the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, after this last hour coming up, thehakereport.com. Different from Hake News, okay? The Hake Report, live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 Pacific Time, 11 to 1 Central, noon to 2 Eastern, and then right after that, American Anchor Baby. Okay, so catch American Anchor Baby on YouTube and Rumble and on audio podcasts, all right? Now, Commie Nonsense Network, CNN reports about that shutdown drama. Oh, no, not about the shutdown. I already told you about the shutdown, but about the National Guard perhaps coming to Portland, Oregon, even though the Oregon so-called governess doesn't want them. Demonstrations and riots and mess. As part of Trump's crime crackdown, remember there were riots in L.A. Trump deployed the National Guard to Los Angeles back in June and to Washington, D.C. just last month. He's also threatened to send troops to several other Democrat-led, if you want to call it led, cities such as Memphis, Baltimore, and Chicago. Very nice. Tropical storm Imelda forecasts to strengthen into a hurricane, according to CNN, Commie Nonsense Network, as it moves just off the southeast coast this week, threatening coastal flooding and beach erosion from Florida through the Carolinas. At the same time, Hurricane Humberto briefly intensified into a rare Category 5 storm Saturday. Is that strong? Remains a powerful Category 4 hurricane. Massive circulation just east of Tropical Storm Imelda. It'll compound the hazards for U.S. beaches this week on the East Coast, driving deadly rip currents. Watch out. And big waves along much of the East Coast. Even though Imelda's center is expected to stay well offshore, it could bring rainfall totals of up to 6 inches of rain along the coastal Carolinas through Tuesday, raising the risk of flash flooding. So watch out. President Trump, he promised his 21-point ceasefire peace plan. We'll see what Bibi says. Base Bibi and Base Trump. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP, Hour 3.
Got to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. It's the third hour of the show today. What the? And you can get involved by calling 888-7753, 773-888-77-JESSE. JESSE. And my brand new biblical question. What does it mean to defend the faith? I hear that a lot. I don't know what it means. And I really want to know. This is one biblical question. I don't know what it means. Most of the other biblical questions I already know what it means, right? But this one I don't. And I hear it a lot. Oh, they were defending their faith. What does it mean to defend the faith? We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JesseLeePeterson.com/show. JesseLeePeterson.com/show. And if you're running around taking your children to a socialist, communist public school, or dropping them off at the daycare because you don't love them, you want to go to work, you don't get enough praise from the children, so you're going to go to work and sacrifice your children's life. Or if you protesting, you out there protesting somebody against something about somewhere, somebody says something about something, whatever. And you're just working out. You're going to the gym. Or you're going for a walk. You can listen to the show. You can podcast, but you can listen on your iPhone or iPad by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. It's Monday. And we take all calls, but we take the ladies' calls as they come in because every Monday is Female Monday. All my life, I had to fight. You toe hopper to beat me.
I like to make men uncomfortable.
All my life I had to fight.
Let women take over.
Some of us believe that women are getting paid less than men.
I proudly say I'm a feminist. Thank you.
I would too. You're
Deep
welcome.
in their soul, they want to be home with those babies. We've been lied to for so long.
Amazing. 888-77-53773. Let me go back to Andy out of Connecticut, I believe. Andy, let's try. Thank you for holding. Go ahead.
How are you? Good. Sorry about that. Well, my question was on Israel. What your thoughts or your feelings or what you're thinking about is everything that's going on with Israel and the U.S. and Gaza right now.
And all honesty, I have no thoughts and no feelings about it at all. Not one iota.
Do you think Bibi is a man of God?
I have no thought, but I have no thoughts and no feeling about it at all. I do have my dream team, though, if you want to hear that.
Your what?
A dream team. Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Donald Trump, Netanyahu, and Putin. The dream team.
Let me ask you this.
So what do you think about what you just asked me?
I don't believe that Bibi is a man of God. I've never heard him speak at all about God. He speaks about destruction and war. I think the Israeli people are good people. I think the government is a little shisty. I believe they're starting to get us into a lot of their messes.
And why do you think that just because Netanyahu haven't mentioned God, he doesn't believe in God? Have you noticed most people who mention God does not believe in God?
Trump speaks about God. I believe
most
he believes
people
in
who
God.
believe in God does not believe. Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you love Netanyahu?
I don't know.
So how can you believe in God and not love Netanyahu?
What do you mean by love? What's your definition of love?
How can you believe in God and doesn't love Netanyahu?
I understand the question. Do you have to love someone you believe is evil?
How can you believe in God and doesn't love Netanyahu?
I don't know.
So then why do you think you believe in God?
Why do I think I believe in God?
Yes.
The way I lead my life?
But how can you believe in God and hate your fellow man? You hate Netanyahu.
I didn't say I hated.
Do you love him?
I have no feeling for him.
Do you love him?
I don't know. I don't trust him.
Do you love him?
No.
Then how can you love God or who you've never seen and hate your fellow man?
Does God love Satan?
How can you love God or whom you've never seen and hate your fellow man?
I understand the question. Does God love Satan? Does
How
God
can
love
you love
evil
God
acts?
who you never seen and hate your fellow man?
I never said I hated my fellow man. I don't
You
trust
said
him.
you didn't love him. If you don't
Doesn't
love
mean
him,
I
you
hate.
hate. Yes, it does.
No,
There's
that's not
only
true.
love or hate. There's nothing else.
There's no feelings, right?
There's nothing else. There's only love or hate.
I don't hate him.
Do you love him?
I love him.
You just said you did not love him.
In your terminology,
Andy,
if I believe...
Andy,
hold on.
Andy, don't be quoting me. You said you don't love him, you hate him. You don't love him. If you don't love him, you hate him. How is that possible if you believe in God?
I don't know. Maybe it's not possible.
Maybe what's not possible?
To hate him. Maybe I have to love him. And I should love him.
Maybe what's not possible?
That I have to hate him.
But you do hate him if you don't love him.
I don't know. I don't feel hatred for him. I wish no evil on him. I don't wish anything bad on him.
You don't love him, Andrew. You hate him. If you don't love him, you hate him. There's only good and evil. There's no gray area.
I agree, and I believe he's evil.
Andy.
Am I supposed to love evil? Am I
You
supposed to love
hating your
evil?
fellow man, does that make you evil or good?
If I hate evil,
Andrew, hating
and I
your
fight
fellow
evil,
man,
it makes me good.
Hating your fellow man, does that make you good or evil?
Evil.
So how can you judge Netanyahu when you're
I'm
evil?
not judging. I'm not judging.
How can
You're
you judge Netanyahu?
Jesse, you're misrepresenting what I'm
How
saying.
can you judge Netanyahu when
I'm
you're
not judging.
evil yourself? You don't even know what love is.
My question was, do
Answer
you
that
believe he's
question.
a good man or an evil man?
Answer that question.
I'll
How
answer
can
after
you judge
Is Bibi evil or good?
By an 888-775-3773. Let me go to Bob out of Florida. Bob, you are on the air.
Hey, Jesse. It's good to talk to you.
Thank you.
You know, I'm originally from Portland, so briefly, I don't want to talk about it a lot, but boy, let me tell you, I had to move because it was so bad. And, you know, when sending in these troops, you know, it's like I can see why it's happening because, I mean, Portland was just so mismanaged by the last mayor and now this mayor. And it's weird how they look like brothers, too. They look so similar, the mayors.
I haven't seen them, but it's amazing how such a beautiful area has been turned upside down. Because Oregon is a beautiful state, but
it's got everything.
Yeah,
It's
but
got
it's just
beaches,
amazing.
desert.
It's amazing how they have destroyed it. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it.
And anyway, I wanted to talk about a relationship I had.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's very similar to that woman, Corey Richins. She killed her husband. Well, it's this Mormon lady who killed her husband. She poisoned him with, I forget what, but she put it in his Moscow Mule.
And somebody did that to you?
Yeah, except it was with stove gas.
What now?
And it was for money, too.
Bob,
it was like...
Bob.
Yeah.
What happened? Tell me what happened.
Well, what happened was I was up doing my work at the kitchen table. My girlfriend, I was living with a girlfriend. I know that's not good. I was living with a girlfriend, and she kept yelling at me to buy Bitcoin when it was 6 cents, and she was right about that. But she put herself in the insurance policy for my union, and I forgot about that, and I was asking her to move out because she was a lot of trouble, just really being a lot of trouble and not a good person. I mean, and so she wouldn't move out. I didn't know what to do. I was trying to decide what to do. Anyway, she basically waited for me to go to bed in the guest room and then turned on the stove gas and left the house with my dog, took the dog out, and then walked around outside in the cold. It was November. And then she got cold feet, though, and she came in and woke me up, but I was nearly dead from the stove gas, the natural gas. But I survived, and then I called her dad, and he came and got her. She was also Mormon.
So that happened for real?
Yeah,
so
for real. And I
why
still
would
have
you
nerve
call
damage
her
in my
dad
toes.
instead of the police?
I don't know. I was like out of it because I was almost dead, and I called up poison control, and they said, just be glad you're not dead, go to the hospital. And I didn't go to the hospital because I was so out of it because she came out and like started yelling at me like she usually did, and I just listened to her stupidly because I was
But
half
Bob,
dead.
if that's true, and I don't know, I wasn't there, but if that's true, why would you call her father rather than the police?
I don't know.
What do
I
you
was
mean
out
you
of
don't
it.
know?
I mean, because I was disoriented from being nearly dead from the natural
I know,
gas.
but let's say that happened, but you were overcome the being disoriented. Why do you call later or then?
I didn't. I was illogical. It was not logical of me.
But why do you call afterward, Bob? Why do you call?
Why did I? What?
Why
did I
didn't you call the police afterward? After you gather your senses back, why didn't you call the police? Even if it was the next day or the next day or the next day, why didn't you call the police if that happened?
Because when a bad thing like that happens to you, you can't believe it, and you don't. It's just like it seems surreal, and I should have, and I really regret not doing that. Actually,
But why didn't you know?
I don't know. I don't know why I didn't. I wish I had. I don't know why I didn't. It's really wrong of me not to do that. I mean, I should have looked out for myself better. I should have gotten her out of the house before she did that. The reason I called is I wanted to tell guys out there.
Was this a year ago, you say?
No, this is in 2014.
2014, and this is 2025?
Yeah, it's still bothering me, yeah.
11 years ago?
Yeah.
Why is it bother you right now?
I don't know. It bothers me because I feel like maybe I had some damage from it, and I feel like there was no justice, and
But you didn't even fight for justice. You didn't call the police. You called her daddy.
Because I wanted her out of the house, and it worked. He came and got her, and he did
But
get her
why
out of the
can't
house.
you drop it then? You didn't do anything about it. It's not her fault that you didn't do anything about it.
Yeah, I know. I should just pray about it, and the
Pray
reason I
about
called
what?
though, to forgive her, or I don't know. I don't really want to forgive her, but I should, But
Bob,
I just called. I called for a reason, though.
There is no limitation on attempted murder. It's all like you. Are you saying this woman has tried to attempted to murder you?
Yes, and then
So
but she woke
according
me
to
up.
Wikipedia, attempted murder has no statute of limitation in Florida. Why don't you call?
It happened in Portland. Can I call if I'm living in Florida and it happened in Portland?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
Anyway, the reason I called your show about it was to warn people, because I saw that story about Corey Richins, who killed her husband, and her husband was suspecting that she was getting to the point of wanting to kill him, and
Allegedly.
he even took steps. Alleged. Well, no, it's already been decided. The trial's it's already happened. She's convicted. She's in jail. It's over. So it's not alleged. It's the fact. Because what he did was he protected all his investments and put them in some kind of a shelter so she couldn't get them if she killed him. I forget what it's called, and LLC or something like that. And so then, but he was suspecting that she was getting to that point. And the reason why I called is to warn other guys out there, because our society tends to make women seem harmless when they're not. They're just as dangerous as men. It's just they use passive techniques to do the deeds. And I think actually women get away with it more than men.
Bob, because of time, you let what you call a person who attempted to kill you loose.
I know. I should have called the police. I should have.
But why didn't you?
She's a sociopath, and she's
Why
very
didn't you call the
manipulative.
police?
Sociopaths are good at controlling. I should have. The first thing I was doing was calling 911, and she came out and shamed me, and I stupidly hung up and called her dad instead. And I was, first of all, I was really out of it at that time, but later, I talked to my friends, and I got no support from my friends or family, and it just... That might mess with me too. I didn't get good advice. I wish I knew you.
Bob,
I wish I knew you, because you gave me great advice just now.
Bob, you needed support to call the police after allegedly your girlfriend tried to kill you.
It wasn't alleged, because I was awake and there was no stove gas in the house, and I was sitting in the kitchen doing my work at the kitchen table.
But you needed support in order to call the police.
Well, yeah, kind
Why?
of. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, when something like that happens to you, you just don't expect it. It's not like we always.
I know
act
you don't
logically.
expect it, but afterward, when you gathered yourself back together, why did you need support from your family and friends to call the police?
I hadn't had the best experience with the police, because in Portland, the police were corrupt. But they wouldn't have been corrupt in that case, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, how are you doing now, Bob?
I'm okay. I have trust issues with women now.
Amazing. Well, I wish you well. Drop your anger, and I wish you well.
Okay, thanks.
All right, buddy. 888-7753. 773-888-77-JESSE. JESSE. Before I go back to the phone and then get to your super chats as well, I want to know your opinion about this particular story. What do you think about this story? Really, I want to know. From ABC New York. An immigration officer has been relieved of duties after his conduct was deemed unacceptable and beneath the men and women of ICE, according to the department. The agent was seen on a video shoving a woman to the ground in front of her children as she was pleading with him to not detain her husband following an immigration hearing. Watch this, NBC New York.
In a hallway at 26 Federal Plaza, a man from Ecuador, who officials say had just attended an immigration hearing, stands with his family, holding his daughter's hand when ICE agents tell him to let go of the girl. Let go of the girl, you're being detained, one tells him. His wife, Monica Elizabeth Moreta, links arms with her husband, their daughter between them. She says, "We're all going," she says. "We're all going." The agent says that's not how it works. Her husband is heard saying, "I didn't do anything wrong." A scuffle ensues as agents attempt to separate the family.
Just grab her, put her away.
The husband is eventually removed, the child left crying. As her husband is escorted away, the video shows Moreta struggling with ICE agents, at times heard saying, "Let me go." At one point in the video, an agent in a plaid shirt and baseball cap lifts her off the ground and carries her to a room. Her children are ushered in while she yells "no" repeatedly. The door is slammed closed, blocking out cameras. Video resumes near an elevator bank, Moreta confronting the same agent in a plaid shirt. He repeatedly yells "bye" as she tries to talk to him, saying at one point, "My hair was pulled. You don't care about anything." The agent shoves her backwards into a wall, knocking her to the floor, standing over her and pointing as she lay on the ground.
Amazing. What do y'all think about that? They put this office, relieves him of his duty, according to this report, for that reason. What do you think about that? And here are some of the comments from the woman, the assistant secretary of Homeland Security, and Chancellor of Ecuador, ABC New York.
After the confrontation, Moreta telling us, "I've lived like this back in my country. They've already beaten me there, almost killed me, and we had to go into hiding. Imagine coming here to the United States. I thought I'd feel protected, but now with this, they just grabbed me and beat me like I was a criminal." Today, the Assistant Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security announcing the officer's conduct in this video is unacceptable and beneath the men and women of ICE. Our ICE law enforcement are held to the highest professional standards, and this officer is being relieved of current duties as we conduct a full investigation. And the Chancellery of Ecuador expressing its emphatic rejection against the act of physical violence. The Ministry of Exterior Relations and Human Mobility has officially solicited information over the case so that it is investigated.
Amazing. What a time, what a time, what a time. When all God's children get to heaven. What a time. What do you think about that, Hake?
It's great emotional propaganda for the people to get all mad about, because everybody wants to pretend like this woman is a victim when she brought it on herself by getting so crazy in front of the guy's face. And it looked like the guy may have overreacted. It didn't look good to the people who are the faint of heart for him to like pick her up and shove her and put her down like that. He may have overreacted, like I said, but it's just propaganda. And Ecuador pretending like they care. I shake my head. She and the daughter can go meet him later, but they're not allowed to be taken by ICE, I guess. They can't all go together, apparently. But I wish they could.
You wish what?
They could.
Well,
But of course, then we'd have to pay for it. No, they have to pay their own way to follow the husband, supposed husband.
So the husband was illegal, but she wasn't?
I don't even know if they're really married, but yeah.
Oh.
Apparently, he was there for a hearing, immigration hearing. He was here illegally, apparently, even though he claimed not to have done anything wrong. And they all linked arms, and he said, I didn't do anything wrong.
And what do you think about it, Anchor Baby?
I don't see a crying woman. I see terrorists. These are terrorists who are using your emotions and using their own daughter.
Yeah,
linking
scaring
up,
the daughter.
Right. You should send that mother and daughter to the father, too. Revoke citizenships.
Yeah. I don't see anything that the officer did wrong at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
They were trying to do a job. She's in the way, locking arm with the man, fighting back the cop, telling them to get back. And then even when they broke them apart, she's still fighting with the cop. She didn't let the cop do their job.
Constantly putting her hands on them.
What are they supposed to do?
You don't know that woman. She could have a knife or anything.
Right. I don't see anything wrong that they did. Is this
I saw this story on Reddit, far left extremist social media outlet called Reddit, and people were saying no wonder there's a tax on ICE. You know how people are shooting at ICE and trying to commit terrorism against ICE. That's what they were talking about. They were justifying anti-ICE terrorism over this.
As violent as these people are toward the cops nowadays, the ICE people, how can they take a chance like that? They can't take no risk. This woman fighting back. She's not supposed to fight back with the cop, with ICE.
And it shows
they're just doing their job.
I know, and Anchor Baby brings up a great point that they're abusing their daughter.
Yeah. They don't care about that.
Yeah. No, those parents, if they are parents, are setting an awful example on their daughter.
They don't care about that.
I know they don't.
Not at all.
They should take the daughter from them.
The Assistant Secretary of Homeland Security, is it a man or a woman?
The Assistant Secretary?
Yeah, because the Assistant Secretary said that other mess afterward.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. About, they've been relieved of their duties while we conduct an investigation?
Right. You see the woman fight, the man and the woman lock arm, and they were trying to resist ICE. The ICE broke them apart, and the woman, according to the video, what I'm looking at here now, something else I don't know, but the woman still seemed to be fight back with ICE, trying to get away, get to her husband. What are they supposed to do?
And then yell at the guy about her hair being pulled.
I know. What no? And this is from Fox. An anti-ICE protester car sank into a lake after she forgot to put. Oh, let me read this over. From Fox News, an anti-ICE protester's car sank into a lake after she forgot to put it in park while yelling at an agent arresting an illegal immigrant in Massachusetts. Watch this from X.
Well, that sucks. Look at this, Lucy. Her car got lost. That sucks.
That stinks.
Look at this, Lucy. Her car got lost.
Poor Lucy.
She up there yelling at the agent rather than going on about her business. Car, she forgot to put in park.
Now she's really going to be mad.
And now they're going into the lake. And see how much the anti-illegal alien help her.
Yeah.
And here's an image of the protesters' sucking car.
Poor Lucy.
Oh, Lucy, don't blame her. What a mess. When I come back, your super chats and your phone calls right after this break. So, here's what I recommend. I invite you to download my silent prayer.
I know some people have called in and they wonder if the silent prayer is working. And I just want to take a second and to tell them that it works. You just have to stick with it.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I started doing before I even forgave my parents. And I was so depressed and suicidal at some times that I just would have to stop in the middle of my job or whatever I was doing and go into the silent prayer. And it really does help. Like, I don't have those anymore.
Amazing. You haven't seen anything yet. Doubt every thought. Bring every thought into captivity. Just let them all pass. Don't judge them. You haven't seen anything. It gets better and better and better and easier, easier, easier. So my gift to you, no charge, at rebuildingtheman.com/church. Okay, folks, welcome back. What a mess! Hell on earth. Earth is not heaven, and man is not God. That's for sure. What the? Announcements. The Hake report is coming up at the top of this hour at 9 a.m. The Hake Pacific Time Report.com. From 9 to 11. And after the Hake report, the American Anchor Baby, and I forgot to tell you that the treasure chest is now open on D-Live, my bad, and scratch off on pure.net. Pure.net, all right? The Hake report is coming on from 9 to 11 a.m. And after the Hake report, the American Anchor Baby. The American Anchor Baby. And there will be, if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise, a men's forum this Thursday. It is the first Thursday of the month. So come on down, guys. And join our newsletter. Sign up at JesseLeePeterson.com or rebuildingtheman.com. Don't miss out. So I would suggest you join today because you don't want to miss. We put them out once a month, once every 3 months, I think, or 3 times a year. So you don't want to miss it. Amazing. Let me go to Isaiah out of Wisconsin. Isaiah, you are on the air.
Hello, Jesse. How you doing?
All is well.
Okay. I did not expect you to answer.
Oh, you want me to call back?
No, I'll just answer anyway. So I was calling about the biblical question.
What does it mean to defend the faith?
Okay, so to stand firm in what you know to be true.
What stand firm in what?
And like pretty much stand firm in the truth. Knowing the truth, when someone comes with an argument about the truth, you stand firm on it.
And how do you stand firm?
By telling them pretty much giving them examples of what you know to be true. If they
And
have a
that's what
question,
it means to defend the faith?
yes.
If
there is a such thing.
I'm sorry?
I said if there is a such thing, it
If
would
there
be
is
to
such
stand
thing as
firm.
defending the faith?
Yeah, if there is. Because one thing I've noticed is that with the I noticed that a lot of biblical reference is like in the Bible, they'll always just pretty much, they won't argue. They'll just pretty much stand firm on it and just shoot down the lies. Kind of like
When
this.
you say if there is, so you don't believe there is a thing called defending the faith?
Well, because I would say yeah. I would say there is. Yeah, there is. I would say so.
So you believe there is something called defending the faith?
Well, no. I'll take that back. No. Because,
so then, how did you define what it meant? Why did you tell me what it meant then? If you don't believe it exists?
Yeah, I guess because I was speaking in for a person who was thinking.
What?
I just realized that I gave an example of. So the example that I gave was for a person who's into thinking. So if you're thinking and you believe,
are you're into thinking?
No, not anymore.
But when you say you gave that answer for a person who is into thinking, who were you referring to? Somebody else or you?
Oh no, I'm just saying like using that as an example.
Come back to your phone. Come back to your phone.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay, so I was using that example for at the time it was for like if for a person who's into like thinking, like when you're into your thoughts, when you're in your imagination, then you would try to defend something that you believe to be true. So when you know it's true,
you said you don't believe that. You said if there's such a thing as defending your faith, you try to defend something that you don't even believe exists, right?
Right.
And why did you do that?
And the reason why is because I was answering the biblical question pretty much.
But you were making up something.
Yeah. Well, not. I guess. Yeah. You can say. Okay. So I was speaking from. I guess what I was doing was speaking from perspective of a person who, or even for like a person who are like pretty much in their darkness and into thinking, and they're defending they believe they're defending the faith. So, for in that perspective, but when a person
I don't understand at all what you're saying. You tried to defend. Right. You tried to defend something that you don't even believe exists. Why did you do that?
I guess is that at the time, what I realized is I got caught up in the thought.
And thoughts about what?
Like trying to give an answer, trying to answer the biblical question.
But you don't believe that there's no such thing as defending the faith. How are you going to answer something that you don't even believe exists?
Okay. Well, yeah. I can't. Okay, so I know. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Goodness, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so I know that I know that it doesn't exist in the sense of like just like when you know the truth, you don't have to defend it because the truth is.
I don't know what you're saying right now.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'll let that one go then.
All right.
I guess I'll try to answer the biblical question. I guess I. But I mean, if I have time, I do have something else I wanted to talk to you about.
Real fast.
Get another answer. Okay. So, okay, about it, I called you a couple. Well, I called you a while ago, actually. And the last time we talked about my wife and I separated, and we had 9 kids. You gave me advice on that.
You had 9 kids?
Yeah, we have 9 kids together.
Right on.
And then you gave me advice, and your advice was to, because I pretty much told her if she don't obey, this ain't gonna work. She got to leave, and she at some point she decided to leave. So ever since then, you also gave me advice to pretty much change the locks. You tell me to change the locks and like walk away from that, like pretty much like the whole marriage in a sense. What you said, like you have a wait and see far as a divorce, but it was more like you said to change the locks, and that's something I didn't do. I didn't change the locks. I continued to allow her to come over.
Come back to your phone.
Okay, I'm sorry. I continued to allow her to come over, and we had some. And with that, there was some conflict. Some things had happened during that time, and my question is, I guess at this point, I kind of want to resolve it. I guess I wanted to resolve it. So I kind of want at this point I kind of want to get advice from you to see how I should resolve this.
Resolve what?
Just me allowing her to come back and then to pretty much I guess figure out if it's gonna be like how to handle it, if I should like just pretty much get it.
I do.
Call.
I mean, Isaiah, be clear. So your wife separated, right? Sound like.
Yes.
You have 9 children. You didn't change the lock, and as a result, she kept coming back in and out.
Yeah. Right.
And then,
right.
I'm sorry?
No, yeah, that's correct.
And then now you're at a point you want to do what?
Well, at this point, like she came back to me and she pretty much said that she wanted to resolve things. She wanted to come back, and she asked me like what she had to do in order to to move back in. And then I gave her. I told her that we pretty much got to. I pretty much gave her. I told her like, look, I just want to do things right. I'll deal with the kids as far as discipline and everything. And I kind of told her like, just like you stay at home and like watch over the kids, and I'll do what I was meant to do.
Come back to your phone. You keep drifting away.
I'm sorry. Well, yeah, and I was saying like, and then I'll provide for you and the kids, and do what I'm here to do, and that was pretty much it. And then after that, it just things got even messier.
So you let her come back?
I didn't let her come back. She hasn't moved back in yet.
Right.
But it wound up being more problems. Like, I guess we wound up having more issues.
So you told her, okay, you said to her, if I'm reading it correct, you said, okay, you can come back, but it's going to have to be this way, right?
Exactly.
And before she can come back, she got messy, or it got messy?
Yeah, it has been.
In what way is it messy?
I would say where. Okay, so like it got messy, like in a way where like she just seemed to, well, it's like that. Like far as like when she do come over, it's like I can, like I know she's dealing with everything she's dealing with, far as like just. But like far as dealing with the kids, she's not. Okay, I told her, I gave her an example.
Isaiah, come back to your phone because of time. How is it messy before she can even come back? Give me a quick example of what is messy.
Okay, with her not working on herself, and with me working on myself, the main thing is I wanted her to. I can't obviously I know I can't force it onto her to want to do that.
Not at
But
all. But what is
right,
messy?
exactly, and that's what I haven't been trying to do that at all. But and so when she does come over, seeing that is the case, she is she is unaware, or yeah, she is dealing with the kids in a way that she's like pretty much provoking them in ways, and then when she does those things and she speaks these lies, which I understand that it's not necessary, it's not her. I do understand that, and I pretty much and I address it. That's when things get messy again, pretty much. So I realize at this point.
She speak what lies?
Well, when she addressed the kids and speaks, like, for example, yesterday she went. I would say yesterday, maybe a couple of days ago. Well, it was one of the things where when she was trying to convince my daughter to do, like, pretty much asking her, have she been good? And I pretty much said, I let my baby know that nobody's good but God, and I don't want. And at the same time, so I just pretty much spoke on that. That's a small example, and that right there is like one of the things that she would get bent. Like, pretty much, that's a small example of it, pretty much.
And so, do you still want her back, or you don't want her back?
Well, but I understand that I understand that a lot of the ones that we have is like it's not ours.
Do you want her to come back or not? Because I'm tired. Do you want her to come back?
Yeah, like there's a want that the want is the want to come back. Yeah, but then I know that things wouldn't be right and I'm not wanting what's right if I want her to come back.
I don't know what you're saying. Do you want your wife to move back in with you or no?
Yes.
And so what's the problem there?
Well, the problem is we wouldn't be doing things right. Because if she's not working on herself, how could that be right? I guess that's the question that I ask. Like, how will it work out? Like, I mean, I know how it'll work out. I mean, I can't say how. Well, if she's not working on herself, and then and for me to want her to come back, it's like it's like the want to want her to come back.
Isaiah, I have no understanding of what you're trying to say or saying.
Okay. I'm trying to make it as clear as possible, and that's what I said. Like,
what is he saying, Hake? Hake is going to help you. Hold on.
I can translate.
Okay.
He's saying that he wants her back, but he knows that he's wrong for wanting her back.
Is that true?
Yes.
So then why do you want her back then? Why are you taking her back if you think it's wrong to have her back?
Because I'm listening, like, I guess because, like, I just wanted to, like, make sure that I didn't do the wrong thing, meaning like that I wasn't listening to evil, because I realized that a lot of times I was like unconscious a ton of, like, most of the time. So when I first got onto you and then I was like, and I was working on myself and everything, I was just trying to make sure that I was I was doing everything right, and I wasn't listening to my thoughts, and I wasn't unconscious when I was like dealing with her or in any way. So I guess I wanted confirmation to see to it that I wasn't doing the wrong thing as far as how I was dealing with her. I didn't go about it in the wrong way, because when I did go to her as far as the obey thing, I wanted to, and it was simply about just telling her, like, And I can give you a small example. I know you spent some time, but it was small. It was something as simple as, hey, don't like she. It was my daughter at the time. It was all a bunch of things, but at this particular time is when she was trying to do my daughter hair in a certain way, and I just said, no, you shouldn't be. I don't think you should put the weave in my daughter hair anymore. And she just insisted she was going to do it, and she did it anyway. So, and that was a small example, but it was some other things that led up to it, like just simply calling her out on certain things, and that just kind of like got her to a point where she was calling her out many times. She would just yell at the kids.
Hey,
and I was like, look,
interpret.
I'm sorry, you go ahead.
Oh. So before she left and broke his heart, he had tried to put her in check, and she refused to be checked. So she was disobeying him already back then.
Is that true, Isaiah?
Yes, that's true.
And so is she still refusing to obey you?
Yes.
So why are you considering taking her back then?
Yeah, and because I know that just listening to, like, I realize that I'm just constantly, I'm like listening to the thoughts, but not going through with it as in going to her and actually allowing her back. It just
come back to your phone because I can.
Okay, I'm sorry. So listening to the thoughts, like and listen to the thoughts. I understand that I'm not my thoughts intellectually. I know that, and at the same time, I can see it. I've seen it many times that I'm not my thoughts.
But because of time, why are you considering taking her back? Just tell me that part only.
Okay, it's because I just want to make sure, because I guess in a sense I started to believe the thoughts that I went about it wrong.
And why you believe the thought when you know thoughts don't? It's impossible for a thought to be honest. Why do you believe thoughts?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the question that I can't answer. Yeah.
And so, I don't know, because it's not like really clear. I can't really give you really strong advice, but I do want to tell you that until you're clear what you should do, don't do anything. I wouldn't make any changes until you know for sure the right thing to do.
Okay.
Because it sounds like she's still the same. Am I right about that?
She is.
And you're still the same. You're just going to have the same problems or worse. I don't know why you would want to make that decision until you see clearly what to do.
Okay. I do agree. I'll do that.
Yeah, just calm down, take it one day at a time, and you'll see clearly what to do.
Will do. Thank
you.
You
said, hey, oh, Jared wrote that. Sound like he thought he did something wrong. So, did you think you did wrong by letting her go?
Yeah, I guess at some point, I feel like I was like.
Come back to your phone.
Okay, yeah, I was believing that I did wrong. I believe that I was doing wrong. That I may have been like just like ego driven. Like at the time when I first got onto truth, I was so because I realized like I was just so into wanting to do the right thing, and I didn't know for sure if I done the wrong thing by I guess calling her out like each and every time, I guess.
Well, you're definitely not supposed to be on her all the time about everything. And, you point the way you correct her, don't be angry at her. But you can't, you can't change her, and you're not supposed to call her on everything.
Right. And I guess, and the other thing to add to it, I asked her if she wanted to do counseling, and when she told me, she said she's gonna think about it, But when I knew she was around her mom, still going around her mom, and I also suggested you should maybe you should stay away from your mom. I told her
that's true.
You should stay away from your mom,
yeah,
and you should stay away from your friend. Her friend, I gave her that advice as well. She just doesn't want to stay away from them, and she constantly going over there for advice. And when then when I mentioned to her that we should do counseling, and I wanted to go through you, at that time I saw that she didn't want to do it already because she was already angry with you because she didn't like what she was hearing from you and how I was changing.
Yeah. Well, right now, give it more time before you just take her back, and just calm down. Give it a little time. See what's going on, and you'll see what to do.
Okay. Will do.
All right, buddy. Let me know how it goes.
I will.
Okay.
All right. Thanks. Take care.
You're welcome. Super chat.
Nikki bought our coffee. I put my brain on airplane mode all week. It was like a vacation, but cheaper.
Nice.
5 stars. Would recommend. Says Nikki.
Right on.
And Eric, 5 coffees. Wake up, Neo. The Matrix has you. Follow the white rabbit. Pill emoji. Rabbit emoji. Hole emoji.
Who is that for?
Neo.
Oh, amazing.
Neo is a guy from the Matrix. It's a movie reference.
Oh, okay.
Says
Thank you.
Eric. Flying fruit in general, what are the differences of being born again?
You return to the Father. You
Nice.
overcome your anger, evil heart, and your nature will change. You will return to the Father. Amazing. You'll wake up.
Aries 1 with a diamond, no message.
Thank you.
Prince of Persia, welcome JLP show member. Nice.
Thank you. Amazing.
Mr. Pink's been a member for 4 months, and he says, you know what I haven't heard in a while? What we haven't heard in a while?
What?
Jesse yelling, lesbian! He used to do it all the time.
Lesbian!
Stick to your guns, JLP.
What? Thank you.
And Kang, new member on Jesse Lee Peterson YouTube.
Thank you.
Shout out to Aries 1, Games for Rec, Wolf 336, and the rest of the supporters on the Rumble crew. Thank you guys.
Thank
as
you all.
always. Drew says, thank you for everything you do, sir. God bless America. Hashtag I am not Charlie Kirk. Hashtag I am no one. Says Drew.
Thank you. What the?
Lori with a BQ answer. What does it mean to defend your faith?
Yes.
Defending your faith means defending evil. Understanding doesn't need to defend anything. The battle is over.
I'll
says
put my
she.
2 cents in on Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you kindly.
Who was that?
That was Lori, I believe.
Right
Yep.
on. Thank you.
And thank you guys. I do believe that is all for now.
Amazing. Thank you all. What the? Man, I am so out of time. It's not even funny. 3 hours gone by just like that. Get on the straight and narrow, stay there, do the silent prayer, stay present, and everything will work out for you, all right? Brandon out of Indiana, Rick out of Maine, and a caller just hung up, and someone just calling in. I'm out of time. The Hake Report is coming now. The Hake Report, and then the American Anchor Baby. Bye, y'all.
The views, information, thoughts, and opinions expressed during this show are the individual's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the JLP Network or Bond. Their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. The material and information presented here is for general information purposes only. The JLP Network and Bond name and all forms and abbreviations are the property of its owner, and its use does not imply endorsement of or opposition to any specific organization, product, or service.
So, here's what I recommend. I invite you to download my silent prayer, and I want you to start doing it. You just download it, get the points of how to do it. And then after a while, you just do it on your own. It's going to point you in the right direction that your life will be returned to you from God. He will give you your life back, because anyone and all people who has anger, they're not themselves. You are the person that you are angry at. That's why it's so important to get to know yourself so that you can see who you're angry at. And if you're doing the hooping and hollering prayers and things like that, some people get up, oh, praise the Lord, hoop and holler, bless my mama, bless my daddy. Continue to do it. Do both. You will see if you want to stay with the hooping and hollering, or do you want to be still and know God. So my gift to you, no charge, at rebuildingtheman.com/church.